We are live on the Twin Lakes Sports Network at historic Bomber Stadium, Dave. It's great to be here for another Arkansas Tornado football game.
I'll tell you what, I am pumped up. This is going to be an exciting night of semi-professional football. The Arkansas Tornadoes are back in historic Bomber Stadium, and they're facing the number one team in the four-state football league, and it's going to be a battle of truly epic proportions.
Well, they've got their hands full tonight, Dave. Number one team, as you said, out of Springfield, Missouri, the Interstate Cyclones.
Fans, are you ready for some football?
As we hear Dylan Connolly voice.
Can't hear you.
All-star coach Dylan Connolly.
Yes, Twin Lakers.
Oh, wait, the window was open. My bad. Hey, cheer now.
See, that's the fun thing with the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Last week we were doing semi-professional basketball. This week we're back with semi-professional football. And this is going to be a fun evening. Stay tuned. Share this link. Let's have some fun. Let's go Tornadoes.
Hey, so we are coming off of a game last week. Not last week, 2 weeks ago. What you're going to see tonight is a brand new quarterback for the Arkansas Tornadoes in Cameron Shaver. He hails out of Salem, Arkansas, and I talked to Coach Rice before the game, and he played college at Ottawa, and so we had an experienced quarterback under center, or usually in Coach Murphy's offense, taking the long snap out of the backfield. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going on. They lost 20-6, I should say, 2 weeks ago to the Cabot Bucks. By far their best performance of the year. Their second straight game of putting the ball in the end zone.
I'll tell you, it's a beautiful night for football here at Bomber Stadium. Have quite a few more fans come out. It's a little cold our last game. I'm wearing my flip-flops just like last game, but I'm not near as cold tonight. But it's going to be an exciting night. The Tornadoes picked up a few more players. They got a couple players back healthy, so they have more than just the 15 we had last time. So it looks like the Cyclones getting ready to kick off. It looks like Kinshay Cunningham going to be doing the kickoff for the number one rated Cyclones out of Springfield. And this team, they're ready to play. They've been tearing it up here in the four-state football league.
And what about those jerseys? Looking good.
They're styling. There's the kickoff. Cunningham with the kickoff. Back to receive. The Tornadoes, he gets it to the 20. Not very much room there as he gets shut down. And there's a fumble on the play. It's recovered by, looks like that's number 10.
Yep, that's number 10. That is
Quayshawn Borders. Did I
Borders.
pronounce that right? We got the Cyclones coach that just joined us.
So right off the bat, a turnover, and the Springfield team is the Interstate Cyclones. They're going to start deep in Tornado territory, setting up shop just inside the 18-yard line.
We got a guest in the booth right now, and I'm sorry, I know I forgot your name, Chris Forbes. Hey, Chris, how you doing? I'm so glad to have you down here at Bomber Stadium.
Thank you for having us. It's great to be here. It really is.
You got to like the way things started for your team just now.
We like it. We've been talking here lately about getting off to a quicker start. We've been coming off to very slow starts, and our defense has been having to carry the load. But this game here, we're moving guys around and seeing what we have to use and utilize. So it's an important game.
And number 22, Andrew Mahalik.
And that's usually our cornerback. Is what I was just saying. We're moving guys around to see what they have in other places. We've been switching some guys out, and it's working out for us. Sure is.
We'll try to take it outside that time, and the Tornadoes are waiting for him for a 1-yard loss as we come up to 2nd and 11.
Well, right now you guys are the number one rated team in the four-state football league. Now, is this your first season having a team?
Yes, this is our inaugural season, and we looked forward to the challenge. We got off to a very slow start with no one traveling our first game, but we made that up last week and beaten the only team that's beaten us soundly, might I add, and Yeah, we got a run down. It looks like it's going to be a carry for a touchdown.
Touchdown Cyclones at the call from the coach.
That was Austin
Great job.
Underwood. There's a flag on the field. We got to see what that's for.
But yeah, we definitely, we're looking to have big goals, and we appreciate the Tornadoes because we know they're having a rough season, but these guys are class acts, some great gentlemen on the field. So glad to be here and glad to have this game.
Well, a holding penalty is going to bring that one back, Coach.
And I'm going to open up the window so we can get some crowd noise in here. But we're so glad to have the Cyclones joining us. And Coach, I know you're really busy, but maybe we can catch you after the game if that's cool.
Definitely. I'm going to go ahead and get my headset on. So I'm talking to my coaches, and you might see the owner come in here, and you guys just go ahead and ask all the questions you want because I'm pretty sure he's going to want to get on and talk to you guys. So thank you for having me. Go Cyclones.
All right. After the game, we'd like a couple minutes. Come on by and let's talk for a couple minutes. We'll get an interview in with you. So
thank you.
All right, so Coach Forbes joining us in the booth here. They're going back to Underwood. Underwood taken down for about a 3-yard loss. Penetration in the backfield.
Well, the Tornado defense has come out fired up tonight, playing against the number 1 team in the league, showing a lot more intensity on defense than the last game we covered them.
That brings up 3rd down.
Right, the penalty on that 20-yard touchdown run was on the back side of the play. Not sure it was necessary, but sure did help the Tornadoes out as they set up looking pretty good on about 3rd and 25 as the Cyclones send 2 players in motion. Number 13 setting out wide. That's Devin Clark. And we have a penalty on the play.
Flag on the field.
I already think we've had more flags tonight than we had the entire last game we covered.
Illegal motion is going to back up the Cyclones and set up a 3rd and 30. So what we've seen already are 2 negative plays and a penalty, followed by another penalty. And so the Tornadoes, have to be looking at themselves and thinking that, after the turnover, things are looking pretty good for them now. They've got a chance to shut down this drive.
Well, 3rd and a mile right now as the Cyclones, their quarterback, he's looking to throw. He's scrambling, pressure by the Tornadoes. He gets outside, he throws it, completed pass, but number 22 is wrapped down. That's Mahalik with another reception, but the Tornadoes with a stand here early.
Yeah, and Brown had 2 men open that time. He chose the release on that one. He had another man going down the sidelines. Another flag is dropped on the field, and it looks like, again, it's going to be marched off against the Cyclones. Ineligible man downfield. That play did take a while to transpire. So, again, 3rd down
against the offense.
And a lot.
3rd down.
So we're looking at 3rd down and about 35, thereabouts. I'm going to call it 36.
Defense.
All right, and so Brown sets up deep. Empty backfield. He's looking for a guy on the left. He's got him. That's number 15.
Brown's pass complete to. There's not a 19 on the roster, but he made the catch.
Maybe that's Sam Shriver.
Yeah.
Sam Shriver didn't have a number, so we're going to say Sam Shriver.
And I'm back. I didn't leave. I was having a little technical issues trying to get this shared as much as possible.
So that's a
So it looks like
8-yard
4th and
gain.
forever.
We've got 4th and what are we going to say?
I'll say
27 yards.
4th and a mile. The Cyclones looking to throw. Their quarterback, he's
Brant
scrambling.
under pressure. And he goes down. I think the defense collapsed. I'm not sure the Tornadoes didn't get away with a face mask there. But it was not called. But the quarterback remains down. And as is tradition, when a player goes down in the semi-pro league, in the CFL, everybody takes a knee. Excuse me, the 4 states. It has been the CFL, the 4 states league. And the quarterback is up. And as I said, it looked like somebody got a hand on the face mask. That might have had something to do with it, but there is no call on the field. And the Tornadoes are going to take over on downs.
This is where you say first down.
All right, and the Tornadoes on offense, of course, they're going to have a different quarterback. They had Zane Worshencroft last game, but this game, I believe, they're going to have a new quarterback under center.
And, you know, when you look at we got the Cyclones and the Tornadoes, and which one's going to win out? Tornadoes is bigger than a Cyclone, so you would hope that the Tornado would
Tornado handoff.
outdo a Cyclone, right?
Gain of
A little bit bigger, but we'll see how it works out tonight. So far throughout the season, we've seen the Cyclones tear up the 4 States Football League.
Well, and that's quarterback Cameron Shaver is their new quarterback. He's out of Salem. Had his first game with the Tornadoes last game, which was the best game of the year for the Tornadoes, as he's working out of shotgun with one running back in the backfield. He goes to the right. He's looking down the field. He's scrambling. And he throws it away, but smart play there, Mike.
Yeah, he had to throw that away. He had 2 men. They were both covered. Pretty much was content to get rid of that ball and give the Tornadoes some more life on 3rd down. We're looking at 3rd down and 10. You know, at this point, the Tornadoes have to be really pleased just to get out of the position that they actually put themselves in to start the game. You're looking at a team taking the ball at your 18-yard line to start the game, and then you get the ball and it's 0-0. You got to be happy as they set up for this 3rd down play.
Well, Shaver's working out of the shotgun. He's got Potts in the backfield with him. Shaver looking to throw. He goes to the left. He's looking deep. Ends up throwing it. Almost intercepted, but pass is incomplete as now it goes to 4th down.
Antoine Blunt almost came up with that ball.
Well, of course, Damian Potts, we mentioned his name a lot the last game. He made some really good plays the last game we broadcast, but the Tornadoes looking to throw the ball here tonight early, as it looks like we got Dre Swarthout will be punting. Cyclones have 2 back to receive.
We've got number 15, who we are. Oh, it's a fake and a unsuccessful one. Had a man. We get the number. Had number 1, Chris Bales, wide open. Just unfortunately missed him. Threw it into the ground. The play was there. Good call.
Yeah, I think that was a good call by Coach David Murphy. The man was wide open. Unfortunately, the throw just a little bit behind him. And I want to mention real quick, we got a special guest in the booth. Of course, we had Coach Forbes join us earlier. We got the G-Dog on camera tonight, Grant Dodson. He's back.
You know, we got to thank Grant Dodson for the excellent camera work. You guys, when you see him around the community, give him a pat on the back.
Cyclones take over.
For helping out the Twin Lakes Sports Network team. Got a new quarterback in this time, number 12, Kenshay Cunningham.
Flag on the field.
And a flag immediately.
Delay a game on the offense. Another penalty here early on the Cyclones.
That's the 5th penalty of the night.
5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Well, and sometimes, Mike, when you change your quarterback, it takes a few plays to get that groove now that they have their backup quarterback, Cunningham, in. And the lefty throws it outside. Number 22 breaks a tackle. He takes it. A good, strong, stiff arm and a first down for the Cyclones.
Mihalik took the ball on the right side over there. Nice spin move. Didn't go down on contact. And we're looking at the first down of the night.
And the ball now on the 25-yard line. I'm sorry. Left-hander, big left-hand quarterback Cunningham with a nice pass completion to give them their first down as they got a couple wide receivers to the outside. He's got one running back in the backfield. And he's looking deep. He's looking to the end zone. He's got a man. Catch! Number 4 goes down to the 3-yard line.
Jared Richardson Bird on the play. Look at the 3-yard line, a 22-yard play. So, Mihalik made a nice leaping grab, turned it into a first down, and then Cunningham found an open receiver, and we're looking at a Cyclone first down, 1st and goal at the 3.
Well, and the Cyclones looking like they're starting to get the rhythm. They were a little disheveled earlier, but now it looks like they're starting to get their rhythm as they're on the 3-yard line knocking on the door of a touchdown.
And they're under center this time in the I formation.
It's a keeper. Cunningham walks it in the end zone. And the Cyclones get on the board first here at Bomber Stadium.
For a Cyclones touchdown.
So whatever issues they had to start off the game, they took care of those immediately on the opening drive. Well, I take this back. I'm fumbling over my words. After they got the fumble, went the wrong way the first time. They fixed that in 3 plays on this last drive. 17 yards, 22 yards, and then 3 yards to finish it off, and they're going for 2.
And there's another flag on the play in this flag-laden first quarter here at Bomber Stadium. False start on the offense. Is going to back down the Cyclones a little bit.
In the history of football, back them up 5 yards. Retry the attempt.
See if that changes their mind. Makes the 2-yard. I mean, it makes the 2-point conversion a little bit tougher, but they're going to stick with it. Cunningham remains in the game. He's got number 15. Number 15 is Malcolm James. That's who it is. It's not Schreiber.
Cunningham, he pulls it down. He breaks a tackle. A sea of tornadoes. Fumble on the play, but it doesn't matter because the tornadoes stuff them.
Fumble on the play recovered by the Cyclones, George Lewis.
And one thing you gotta, when you look at a team like the Cyclones, and they're very deep.
Cyclones lead 6-0.
And so when their quarterback, their starting quarterback, Brett Brown went down with an injury, they had somebody to go to. They had Ken Shea Cunningham to come into the game, and he marched them right down the field. So you got to wonder if Brett Brown is the reason why he didn't come into the game for that second drive was because of an injury.
Well, the Arkansas Tornadoes, though, playing with a lot more spirit than they have in the past. Right now, just down 6-0 against the number 1 team in the 4-state football league. So, but the Tornadoes, you can tell the difference in the intensity that they've had so far here tonight.
Oh, especially on defense. They've been swarming to the football. There've been 2, 3, 4 players around the football on every play, on every tackle.
We're hearing some Ric Flair, I can't talk Ric Flair, woo, in the background there by someone. But yeah, I've got number 12, Cunningham. It looks like he's doing the kicking duties as well. As the Tornadoes, looks like number 7 is back. That's Swarthout.
Hey, and if anybody wants to give us Sam Shriver's number on Facebook Live, feel free to chime in.
Strong tackle there by the Cyclones as the Tornadoes are starting off at the 25-yard line. As a chance for their second possession with Cameron Shaver, the Salem product, coming into the game.
And we did not get a chance to...
Tornadoes will take over 1st and 10.
We did not get a chance to see Schraber in Cabot, obviously, but it'd be interesting to see his opening drive. One thing we can see automatically is that Coach Murphy seems comfortable with calling pass plays with Schraber back there with an experienced quarterback, not just at the high school level, but at the college level.
Well, Worshencroft, I mean, he did a good job, threw a touchdown in the last game that we watched, but, you know, he didn't have that experience at quarterback, whereas Shaver, I think, having that experience, played quarterback in Salem as he gets the handoff. Good fake there. Shaver, he takes it outside of first down. First down, Arkansas Tornado. Beautiful fake on the defense.
Cameron Shaver on the carry.
Cameron Shaver with a 12-yard run.
Tornado.
And I think that woo might be from our the booth next door, Dylan Conley.
Well, our all-star coach, Dylan Conley, is definitely very enthusiastic tonight. It looks like he's either on Coke or, Diet Coke or Dr. Pepper over there, so he's getting a little caffeine in him.
Yeah,
Straight up the middle. Good run. Another first down by the Arkansas Tornadoes.
that was Damian Potts.
Potts on the carry.
Yeah, right up the middle. Nice hole
Tornado.
created by the offensive line. So, two nice plays in a row, 11 yards and 13 yards, and
Shaver, he
Tornadoes
hands
in
it off to
midfield.
Potts.
There's
Potts
nothing there.
Potts trying to get outside.
Not much there.
Potts on the carry. Brought down in the backfield.
The defensive line stuffed that up. It's so 2-yard loss, and we're looking at a 2nd and 12.
I do have to say, it is really hard to read those numbers again tonight. We got the sun coming down right on them. And so if we are getting some numbers wrong, guys, we are doing our best.
Yeah, there might be a little bit of delay between the time that we recognize the number and the time that the person with the ball actually has it.
Shaver, he's
We know
looking
that
to throw.
We know that Shaver, and nice defensive coverage again by number 30, Antoine Blunt. Dave, I know of another defensive back named Blunt that you may remember from your childhood.
Yeah, Hall of Famer Mel Blunt.
Brings up 3rd down on their own 48.
Well, see if they go back to the air. They had a couple really good running plays. Nice deception on the first one. Other one straight up the middle. Now they're looking at 3rd and 12. You figure that Shaver will go to the air.
Yeah, Shaver working out of the shotgun again. He calls timeout. Didn't like what he saw there on the defense. So Shaver with the timeout as we go. We're 6 minutes and 51 seconds here left in the first quarter. It is the Cyclone 6 and the Tornadoes 0.
Timeout.
Dave, as people are watching this and they're thinking, Arkansas Tornadoes, the Twin Lakes Sports Network. How could I get to be part of this Twin Lakes Sports Network? How could they, Dave?
Well, I'll tell you, the Twin Lakes Sports Network, we cover not only semi-pro sports, we're going to be covering high school sports. In a couple weeks, we're going to the Special Olympics to follow a bunch of local Olympians competing at state. But, we're looking for businesses that are wanting to sponsor up. If you want to be a part of the Twin Lakes Sports Network, we are looking for sponsors, so be sure to contact us. You can Facebook message us here on Facebook, or you can give Joey Shaw a call at 421-1801. That's 421-1801. Give us a holler. We would love to have you help sponsor local sports here with the Twin Lakes Sports Network.
And while you're on the phone with Joey, you might as well rent you a night or two at his cottage. The
Cotter Rock
Cottage, one of the finest venues in all of north central Arkansas. as the Tornadoes step to the line again, trying to convert this 3rd and 12.
Well, Shaver in the shotgun. It looks like he's got Potts in the backfield with him. 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Shaver, he steps outside. He gets a little space. He throws it complete to number 46. He breaks a tackle, but is stopped just short of a first down. Tyler Dudra with a good catch. I'm sorry if I mispronounced. I think it's Dudra.
I think it's Dudra. But he sets up a makeable 4th down on a 4th and 4. So a nice 8-yard pickup.
I'm just excited the Tornadoes are showing some life on offense here tonight with the new quarterback, Shaver.
So on a 4th and 4, one of the things that they can do is run, and another thing they can do is pass. They're not stuck either way. So very important to pick that up. Shaver pulls it down, and I believe he has the first down. It's going to be close.
I think it's going to depend on the spot there. It's going to be very close to a first down, but Shaver's showing some great instinct there with the blitz coming, stepping up under the blitz, and possibly getting a first down. And it is another Tornado first down.
And that's 3 first downs just on this drive alone. He got what John Madden used to call a right foot spot on that, and just enough for the first down.
Hang on a second, we're going to have a measurement.
Well,
Wow. What?
What do you think? Is it a first down?
That's him over there. Sorry, we had a fan telling us we're too loud, but he's trying to get a hold of Dylan Conley. Because Dylan, I think, is blowing everyone out.
Well, they signaled first down, and it is a first down.
We've had a couple interruptions here tonight, but we're still rolling with it.
So first down just inside the 41-yard line.
Well, the offensive line doing a good job protecting Shaver, giving him a little bit of time in the pocket. So the Tornadoes just showing so much improvement as Shaver's stepping to the line. It looks like he's got Potts in the backfield with him.
And even with the pressure on that last one, did a nice job of just slipping away.
And he gets it to number 46. Stopped immediately at the line and just hammered down with a big tackle. That was like The Rock in professional wrestling, laying the smackdown right there. As number 46, Dudra, was just stopped at the line.
Tackle made by number 0, George Lewis, with the suplex.
It looks like, let me get that right. That was actually a suplex on the play, so that would probably actually be the Steiner brothers, the masters of the suplex with that. Shaver coming back to the line. He's got Potts in the backfield with him. He's got Broyles and Shoop on the left. And he's looking to throw. Good throw and catch! And that's number 2, Worshencroft with the catch. And it looks like another Arkansas Tornado first down.
The two Salem products getting together on that play there, and we're looking at that was the 4th first down of this drive on the 7th play. 18-yard pickup. They look to be in tune on that pitch and catch.
Well, Shaver looking very relaxed. Working out the shotgun. He's got Potts and he's got Shoop over on the right. He hit Worshencroft right in the hands. Unfortunately incomplete, but a good throw.
Present Worshencroft incomplete. That brings up second down.
Wrong. I'm sorry. Donald Jordan, along with a couple other Cyclone players on coverage there. There are 2 Tornadoes in the area that he could have chosen to throw to. Hit Worshencroft right in the hands. You know he's got to be frustrated that he didn't bring that one down.
But still, good play call, good throw. Just got to make that catch. As Shaver, and he's got Potts in the backfield with him. He's looking over towards Shoop. I'm sorry, that's actually Broyles, in and out of Broyles' hands. Shoop was in the area, but Chris Broyles, the third-year Arkansas Tornado, who's played, Mike, he's probably played every position except quarterback, I think. He's played every position wherever the Tornadoes have needed him. Chris Broyles has always stepped up, but he's one of the original Tornadoes.
He's somewhat of a utility man, Dave, and you got to have when you have, sometimes 14, sometimes 18 players, you got to have some interchangeable parts.
Well, it looks like the ball right now is on the 26-yard line. Shaver with Potts out of the backfield. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. He gets it to Potts. Potts taken down by number 22 and number 11. That's Mihalik and Peterson with the takedown, but...
And again, they didn't get the first down on that play, but they set themselves up with a short yardage play on fourth down as they're looking at about 3 yards to go on fourth down.
I'll tell you, this is a fun game to call, Mike. They're throwing the ball. This offense, David Murphy, he's just needed a quarterback this year, and it looks like he might have found one with Cameron Shaver.
Potts again in the backfield.
Shaver, he's trying to take it outside. They stop quick. He throws against his body.
Shaver's pass is incomplete.
For a moment there on the left side, it looked like he had some room. The Cyclones shut the door fast on him. Couldn't recover quite in time. But all in all, even without the points, one of the things that was accomplished on that play is the defensive players were allowed a chance to breathe, get their breath back, and secondly, they set the Cyclones deep in their territory, and the Cyclones are going to start at their own 19-yard line.
Well, I think that's a good call to go for that. I mean, that's the same as a punt. They got them positioned. Yeah, we're having to shut the door again, guys. I know we usually try to have it where you can hear the action on the field, but our PA guy here is just so loud we had to shut the door. But looks like we got a flag here against the Cyclones. Looks like it's another delay of game penalty for the Cyclones.
Delay game against the offense. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
But you can just see the confidence growing in the Tornado offense, and now they need the defense to step it up.
So the ball sits just inside the 15-yard line as, once again, Cunningham, in charge of the offense, is going to try and move the ball down the field as he did in the first time.
Cunningham, he takes it outside. He's got a little space. One man to beat. He leaps over him. A Sports Center play of the day right there. Cunningham, he got a little air, and he also looked like he tore up his jersey a little bit.
Yeah, a little Todd Gurley on that play.
On the carry.
32-yard jaunt. Somebody's hurt.
Unfortunately, we got a Tornado down on the field.
But I tell you what, when Ken Shea Cunningham comes running at you, that's a big man, and he was. I don't think there are too many defensive backs or linebackers that want to get in his way, but one of the ones that did, he just jumped right over.
Well, showing a lot of athleticism was Cunningham there, and hopefully the Tornado. Yeah, it looks like he's already getting back up. It looks like that's number 48. Robert Smith shaking up on the play a little bit, but he's walking it off, so it looks like Smith is going to be okay. Which Tornadoes playing with another small group, though. They don't have a whole lot of extra guys, so they need every guy they can get tonight.
Looks like they have 20 tonight as opposed to the 14 we saw a few weeks ago. It looks like Smith got the wind knocked out of him, so... that's the best of all possible worlds when you see a player down on the field. But the Cyclones out of the deep in their own territory now at close to midfield.
Cunningham from the 46. He goes under center. He hands it off up the middle for a 3 or 4 yard gain there. It looks like that's number 7.
Number 7, that's the fullback. Have we found?
Maybe that's Sam
that's
Shriver.
Maybe that's Sam Shriver.
We don't have a number 7 on the roster.
We do not have number 7. We did find the number 15, but we do not have a number 7. But a nice 5-yard pickup for the Cyclones.
All right, now looks like Cunningham's going out of the shotgun on 2nd and 5. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. And he steps up again. Looks like they run the option. He gets it to number 7 for a first down, but a good tackle on the play there. 2 Arkansas Tornadoes getting the stop on him. It looks like that was number 46, Dudra, with the stop, and also another Tornado on the play. Unfortunately, he couldn't get his number. That's the problem when you got black and red there. It's a little hard to read the number from up here, but good tackle by the Tornadoes on defense. Jason Rice's defense has come to play tonight.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was after a 12-yard game, but they are out there to hit. But a nice pitch. The quarterback, Cunningham, shows a lot of patience out there. Looked like the ball hit the turf. We've got one referee calling it complete, the other saying it hit the turf. They're going to come together, and I believe they're going to say that it hit the turf. It was quite obvious from this angle that it hit the turf.
Yeah. And the refs, they come together and they get the correct call. Incomplete passes. It did skip there. That was a good trap, but it did skip there. Because right now it's 1 minute and 13 seconds here in the first quarter with the Tornadoes down 6-0 to the Cyclones. As we go to second down, and it looks like about 10 yards on the play. It says 15 on that, but that doesn't look 15 yards. No. So Cunningham, he runs the option. He gets it to number 5. He's got a little space to the outside. Cuts back in. Breaks a couple tackles. He's still going. He's trying to take it all the way. And finally taken down on the play. Number 5, Dion Hodges with a big run.
Dion Hodges would not go down. He broke about 5 or 6 tackles on the play.
Well, you couldn't stop him on that play. You could only hope to contain him as he was just trying to take it to the house. But the Cyclones showing some of the explosiveness that they have on offense.
Yeah, reverse the ball. Again, though, you got to look at Cunningham and his patience to give Hodges a lane to run in, and then from there, Hodges just took it over.
Cunningham goes under center. He gets the handoff. That's number 7. He takes it up the middle. Good, strong run there for about 6 yards. Number 7, that's the player we do not know, so we're going to call him Sam Shriver.
That's Sam Shriver until we know better.
Until we're told different. So, and that's the thing. Doing it Facebook Live, feel free to chime in. We got Joey Football working the computer today, so feel free to chime in as we go to second down. Second down and about 3 yards on the play. Cunningham under center. He gets it outside to number 5. He's got a little room. He might be taking this one all the way, and he walks it into the end zone for a Cyclone touchdown.
Untouched. And that was the last play of the first quarter. We'll have an extra point attempt before we switch sides and the kickoff. But yet, the offensive line did a very good job of sealing the defensive end, opened up the outside, nice blocking downfield from the wide receivers.
And they go for the 2-point conversion, and the pass is incomplete. So at the end of the first quarter, it is the Cyclones 12 and the Arkansas Tornadoes nothing. So in an exciting first half of football, we've had a lot of offense, and the Tornadoes showing some signs of life tonight. They have come to play. But, of course, thank you so much for tuning in to join us here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We're so glad to be covering semi-pro football. Had a blast covering the Mountain Home Twin Lakers last week. So, we're covering a lot of local sports. Feel free to keep tuning in and joining us. We're going to be sharing different events all the time. Also, we're looking for some sponsors of the event. So if you want to be a sponsor of the Twin Lakes Sports Network and to be a sponsor of all these athletic games that we are showing, feel free to Facebook message us. We would love to have your support, and we are just excited to be helping cover sports here in the Twin Lakes Sports Network. But, Mike, you got some stats for us real quick.
I got a few. We have on the negative side for the Cyclones, really the only negative side that you can see from the stats is 7 penalties, none for the Tornadoes. We look at the yardage, 130 yards for the Cyclones, 60 for the Tornadoes in the first quarter, and 6 first downs for the Cyclones, 4 for the Tornadoes, all on that one drive. But most importantly, the scoreboard. Those are the most important stats, and it's 12-0 Cyclones after one period of play.
All right, and real quick, I got a name that just came in since we didn't have the person on the roster, but number 7 is actually KJ Shepard. So thank you, Jeff Scott, for sharing that with us tonight. We've had quite a few people. We got one from Texas, D. Perelez, who's joined us. So glad to have you join us for this broadcast here tonight. So,
and if there's anything anybody has to say, post it, and we'll get back to you. Any information that helps us out, enhances this broadcast in any way, we will be happy to take it and use it. Thank you for the information on KJ Shepard.
Well, Jeff just sent us a thumbs up, so we appreciate that, Jeff. We want to make sure we get the players' names right. Unfortunately, some of the times with semi-pro football, our rosters don't always match up. So we appreciate you sharing that information. As we got the kickoff from Cunningham, and the Tornado takes it at the 4. He's got a little space to the outside. He gets to the 20, gets to the 21. Good run that time by number 45, Daniel Hodgson.
On the return.
Anytime you can get past the 20-yard line, I think that's a good play, Mike.
Right, they'll be setting up, still a long way to go, but, as long as you're not in the shadows of your own goalpost, you got to count that as, if not a victory, at least not a loss. So at the 22, it's a good time to give the defensive players some rest, churn out some yardage. They found some things on the last drive. They've mixed the run and the pass pretty well, and I'm sure they're looking to duplicate this as they start from their own 22-yard line.
All right, and Shaver setting up the offense. It looks like he's got Potts in the backfield with him. He has Swarth out and Shoop on the outside. Shaver's taking it.
Oh, there's nothing there.
And he gets the ball to the running back. Yeah, no room there as the quarterback and several other Cyclones with the stop on that. That was Cunningham. But, yeah, nowhere to run there, nowhere to hide.
It was almost as if the Cyclones knew the play before it happened. They were in the backfield just awaiting that pitch. And that's going to back them up about 12 yards. We're looking at a 2nd and 22. Not the way you want to start one of those drives. We were just talking about how they were not in the shadows of their own goalpost, and now they literally are.
All right, now we have 2nd down on this play. Shaver, he's got a little space to the outside. Good spin move, and he almost gets it back to the original line of scrimmage as Shaver making something happen there on offense.
And that's one of the things we've seen so far with Shaver is, we've seen him do it with his arms and we've seen him do it with his legs. And a nice little 11-yard pickup on that play. Again, we see him giving the offense a chance to convert.
All right, we have Shaver out of the shotgun. He's got Potts in the backfield with him again. And he goes to the right. He's looking down the field. He's starting to scramble. And he looks for Broyles, and it looks like it was incomplete on the play.
Wouldn't have been a first down. Looks like a punting situation. It's 4th and 11.
Well, you got to give the Cyclones credit there. That was good coverage by the Cyclones down the field, not letting anyone get open.
You know, this Cyclone team is they look really well tested. The coach talked about the one game where they got soundly beat, but other than that, they've been on top of things this entire season. As we stated at the start of the year, the number 1 ranked team in the league.
Well, I know on the Cotter Rock Cottage halftime show, we're going to have Aaron Norfolk, the owner of the Cyclones, join us and share a little information on his team. Hopefully we can get Coach Murphy after the game for a post-game interview. But so far, you know, the Tornadoes showing signs of life. This is a tough Cyclone team here. So, you know, but this is going to be a big play right here. The special teams was a big struggle in the last game that we called, as we had several costly plays. So let's see if we've seen an improvement. There was a lot of issues with the snap in our last game that we called here at Bomber Stadium, as we got, it looks like Shoop is in the back to punt.
And initially it did not look like the Cyclones were convinced. You know, the first time there was the fake punt. I don't think we're going to see a fake this time, and we don't.
All right, and that's Peterson taking it at the 42. He's got a little room. He's got a blocker. There's a flag on the play. He's taking it back. He could take it all the way. One man to beat. Broyles trying to make the stop and the cutback and the score by Peterson, but there is a flag on the play. This one might be coming back, Mike.
Yeah, you had a nice 58-yard punt return. The blocks were there, but it looks like maybe one of them was in the back.
As the refs getting together to make the call.
Very rarely is a flag thrown down at midfield when it's against the punting team.
And it was a push in the back. First down Cyclones, but there was a penalty on the play, so that negates a touchdown run.
It's just spot foul. We saw the punt returner bring it to the near side, and one of the reasons that the hole opened so much was a nice little push in the back. And how many times do you see in any form of football flags on punts and kickoffs?
Looks like we've just been joined by Zach Lashley, so I want to throw a quick shout out to Zach Lashley. Thanks for joining us tonight for some Tornado football action. Feel free to chime in with anything you want to say on the chat, as Cunningham is running out of the shotgun. He's got number 7 Shepard in the backfield.
And we want to make sure that we give our best to Brett Brown in case he is injured. We haven't received any information about whether starting quarterback Brett Brown was injured in the first quarter. We know he was hurt, but hopefully he's okay over there on the sideline.
All right, we got Cunningham out of the shotgun. He's got Shepard in the backfield with him. He's got 4 receivers wide. He looks to the left. He's starting to scramble. He's going to the outside. He's got a little space. He's keeping it. He's going Tim Tebow on it for a first down. Strong run by Cunningham.
Well, Cunningham is a load to bring down. Once he gets some space out there like he did moving to his left, some of the Tornadoes have to be thinking, man, I hope that he passes it, because he is a load to bring down. So
when he gets to the outside, you can't stop him. You can only hope to contain him, because he is a freight train coming down the field. Strong run by Cunningham. He's got Shepard. He passes it. He gets it out to number 5. He cuts back. Gets past another Tornado defender. Breaking tackles all the way down to the 27-yard line.
And Hodges is the complete opposite of quarterback Ken Shea Cunningham, as He's more slippery, the Dave Meggett style running back, just shifting and moving. Whereas Cunningham's just going to come barrel right at you.
It's a little thunder and lightning edition with those two.
There you go. Ball's on the 33-yard. Well, take that back, 28-yard line.
All right, he's got Shepard in the backfield with him. Hodges to the right. Cunningham gets the play, and a quick pass out. The pass is complete. Number 22, he does a stiff arm, and he takes it down right near another first down.
And that was Mahalik again. They went to him early and often to start the game. We haven't called his number in a while. But a nice 9-yard pickup. Just a quick pitch and catch and a run by Mahalik.
All right, well, Cunningham.
Or Mahalik, I think it is.
He's got Shepard in the backfield with him and starting to get some rhythm here in the second quarter. 12 minutes left here in the second quarter. Cunningham scrambling. He's got Hodges, yes. Good tackle on the play by Shoop. Last game we couldn't get his name. What is his name, Mike?
Shoop? I believe it's Shoop.
He's going to make sure you know his name with a beautiful tackle on that play.
And the first downs are starting to mount for the Cyclones as they move the ball inside the 15.
So now we go 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Cunningham out of the shotgun again with number 7, Shepard in the backfield. 11:48 left here in the second quarter. High snap. He gets it. He gets it right off to the running back. He's got a little room. And he waltzes in. There's a flag on the play.
That was KJ Shepard.
Shepard with the touchdown, but there is a flag, and we might have a legal block.
Number 1, Chris Bales was coming in from the left side, and he could not get there in time as Shepard took it the opposite direction. Broke a couple tackles at about the 2-yard line and just waltzed into the end zone.
All right, looks like it is a holding penalty on the defense. Or on the offense, holding on the offense, so the touchdown is negated.
And that's a spot foul. So the holding happened at the 2-yard line. So this will set up a 2nd and 8.
I think it's 2nd and goal.
Or a 1st and 8, I should say.
Shepard gets the handoff. He's trying to take it back in. Breaks the tackle. Gets down to about the 1-yard line. Shepard with another good run there as the Cyclones getting some rhythm here on offense.
And we're looking at 1st and goal now. At about the 1-yard line.
Cunningham coming to the line. He's got Shepard, who's been in the backfield with him. He's also joined by number 5, Deion Hodges. He's got 2 backs in the backfield with him. Number 24's over in the corner. He reaches for it, but he looks like it's pulled away. The Arkansas Tornadoes with a huge defensive play.
Shoop! Pulled that away right out of the arms of the running back. What a huge play for the Tornado defense. About to go down 3 touchdowns. But Shoop says, not this time. He ripped it right out of the arms of the running back. What a nice play. And the Tornadoes are going to set it up about 99 yards from the opponent's goal line. So I think we might see a couple running plays this time.
Well, Shoop with a huge defensive play, ripping it from the Cyclones. As now the Tornadoes, they got a lot of work cut out for them at the 1-yard line. They got to go 99 yards. So it's 1st and 10 from the 1 with 10:26 here in the second quarter. but a huge defensive play by the Arkansas Tornadoes. They have really come to play tonight against the number 1 ranked team in the 4-state football league.
Yeah, that defense has really come to play, like you said, Dave. They are swarming. They're passing it. Oh, almost a costly mistake as number 4, Jared Richardson Bird, almost intercepted that ball and returned it about 3 yards for a touchdown, but through his hands, and it's going to set up a 2nd and 10.
Well, that's the thing. Shaver is not afraid to throw it. He's showing a lot of confidence here with this Arkansas Tornado offense.
And Murphy's showing a lot of confidence in his new quarterback.
It looks like he's going to run out of the shotgun again. He's got Shoop and Wollstonecraft to the left. He's got Broyles to the right as he's looking to throw.
He's going to take it himself.
He's got a little bit of room, but he was stopped quickly there. Looks like he got to about the 4.5 or 5 yard line. So at least that's going to give the Tornadoes a little bit of breathing room.
So I was just about to say, Dave, taking those snaps out of your end zone, not comfortable for a quarterback.
And we have all-star coach Dylan Conley, who just joined us, who's also doing the PA work. So DC, of course, he is the coach of the Mountain Home Twin Lakers. Be sure to keep following the Mountain Home Twin Lakers here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. So we had a blast covering their game last week. Very competitive game that went down to the wire. As Shaver's in the backfield, he's got Potts in the backfield with him. He's got 4 wide receivers. He's looking to throw. Oh, almost intercepted, but then caught.
That went off the hands of number 10, Quayshawn Borders.
And a big completion there by the Arkansas Tornadoes. And now it's 1st and 10 with the big first down play as it gets them out to the 27-yard line. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, right, Mike?
That's right, Dave. Nice 20, let's see, what would it be, a 23-yard gain on the play. And another first down for the Tornadoes. Yeah, you know that Borders would like that play again. But what a nice play by the receiver. Nowhere for the quarterback to go on that play, Dave.
Number 92, Forrest Luton, in the backfield and just shut down Shaver. He said not this time. As now it goes to 2nd down. It looks like there's a loss of 2 on the play. So we're looking at 2nd and 12. 8:43 here in the first quarter. As a very action-packed first half of football here at historic Bomber Stadium.
And the competitiveness of this game. We did a game here 3 weeks ago, and the Tornadoes found themselves behind really quick. They are in this game.
They got 3 receivers out there. Shaver, he's scrambling. He was looking at Broyles, and it looks like there's a flag on the play. It's going to be against the Tornadoes.
That'll be their first penalty of the game.
And we're
movement on the play.
And that's going to push the Tornadoes back.
Tyler Dudra is checking into the game.
So now 2nd and 15. All right, now the Tornadoes coming back. Shaver, the ball is on the 19-yard line. He's got Potts in the backfield. As the Tornadoes are throwing the ball tonight, looking to make something happen. Pressure on the quarterback. He's scrambling. He looks way downfield. And it's knocked away by number 4 on the Cyclones, Jared Richardson Bird, with the good play as we got a Tornado down.
Richardson Bird came over there nicely. Made up a lot of ground as the ball hung in the air just long enough for Richardson Bird to get over there, setting up a 3rd down and about 17 for the Tornadoes.
Well, that was good pressure on the defense there, forcing Shaver out of the pocket, and that's a tough throw to make across your body.
You know, tonight the offense has been steady. We've had Shaver set up with Potts beside him, and two wide receivers split out right, two more to the left every time. But they've thrown a lot of different looks at the Cyclones, but the Cyclones have been able to handle it for the most part tonight.
Well, it's been an exciting first half as now the ball on the 19-yard line. Looks like they have to get all the way out to the 37 here on the play for a first down. Shaver, he's scrambling. He's got a man. Good throw to, looks like that was to number 7, Swarthouse, but the pass is incomplete. It looked like it was a good throw, just the catch was not made. We've had a couple of those tonight.
Yeah, the ball looked to be there. I'm not sure what happened. It almost looked like he didn't expect it, and it was right there. But regardless, it's going to set up a fourth down punting situation for the Tornadoes, and the Cyclones are going to have a chance to set up a return.
All right, you got number 7, Dre Swarthouse, coming in to punt. Of course, you know, we talked earlier about some of the struggles that they had on special teams 2 weeks ago. As the Tornadoes call a timeout. So with 7:47 left in the second quarter, it is the Arkansas Tornadoes 0 and the Interstate Cyclones 12 here at Bomber Stadium, here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network.
So here we have another Cottage timeout.
Yeah, of course, Cotter Rock Cottage for the very best in VRBO rentals. Be sure to check out Cotter Rock Cottage. That is 421-1801, or you can look up 955-491 on VRBO. That's 955-491 on VRBO, the very best in local rentals.
All right, we're pretty sure that we're not going to see one of those fake punts. Although you know, looking back on that fake punt, not only was it a gutsy call, it was a good call. Just wasn't properly executed. But usually you're not going to see them after a timeout sitting at your own 19-yard line. So I think the Cyclones are going to get the ball back here with 7:47 left. Try and put a few more points on the board.
Well, Mike Dillon is asking that we talk more about that all-star basketball coach.
Well, how about we tell him to turn down his volume while we're at it so we can open up our doors?
Yeah, Dillon. If you could just turn it down just a tad bit, we'd be able to open up our doors. You're just blowing us away with all your enthusiasm here tonight. So it looks like now we have
and how about
out of the backfield with the fourth down.
Oh,
the punt.
They got a piece of it.
They either got a piece of it or it looked like my 9-iron there, and it got shanked. No flag on the play. I couldn't tell if they got a hand on it or if he just shanked it, but doesn't matter. Whatever happened, it is going to be good field position for the Cyclones here in the second quarter.
You know, one thing I've noticed is that the punt, that's closer than I thought. And there's Dylan Conley next door touting the Twin Lakes Sports Network. We got to thank him for that one.
Thank you for the free advertisement, Dylan. We appreciate it.
But one thing I've noticed is the punter seems to be setting up about 8 yards deep, and not a lot of space to step up and punt.
Well, it could be the struggle that they had with the snap last week or 2 weeks ago. But right now it's balls at the 32-yard line as the Cyclones, in a very close first half here at Bomber Stadium, are looking to extend their lead. Right now currently up 12-0 as they're waiting for the chain gang to move down. And thank you, Dylan Conley. Just gave us a shout-out. And we love to have you guys, tuning into the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Of course, we love to cover all sorts of local sports, high school sports. We're also following the basketball tournament. We're going to have a little more information on that later tonight. But right now, number 12, Cunningham, as there's a flag on the play. But a lot going on in the world of sports right now, and especially, with the basketball tournament, that's going to be keeping us busy these next few months. But we'll have some more information on that later. But if you're watching, like our page, share this link. Let's see if we can get some more people to join us here tonight. As Cunningham running out of the shotgun.
That's the second penalty of the night on the Tornadoes, as we're looking at a 1st and 5, and it took 4 Tornadoes to get the big man down that time, Cunningham, but nice penetration, nice coverage in the backfield.
Well, that was number 77, Michael Bartlett, making the initial contact and wrapping him up. Good play by Bartlett, as now it forces a second down play. And Mike, you got to give props. Jason Rice has this defense pumped up tonight. Right now they're in a tough position. They had great field position for the Cyclones, but that defensive line is putting some pressure tonight.
And, well, we'll wait for this next play.
And another beautiful play by the Tornadoes. That was number 51, Alex Miller, getting a hand and coming very close to taking that to the house.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, is that not a lateral? I would jump on that.
I thought that was...
So it's going to set up a 3rd down and about 10. And so you got the lightning and thunder combination that you were talking about earlier, Dave, with Shepard in the middle of them.
All right, we got Cunningham with Shepard, and he gets it over to Hodges. Hodges
has a
little space. He's going to try to take it to the house. Good run all the way down to the 12-yard line before 4 Tornado defenders forces Hodges out of bounds.
A lot of room on that run, on that play. They sealed the left side off really well. Nice block by the receiver. And a lot of room for Hodges as he gets the ball down to the 11. A 22-yard pickup. And another 1st down. The 11th of the night for the Cyclones.
As Cunningham, he's got 2 runners in the backfield with him. He's got Hodges and Shepard. He's got 1 man in motion. They give it to number 24. He cuts inside. He gets to the 5 in the end zone for a touchdown.
Number 24.
Anthony Perryman with the score and extends the lead to 18-0, Mike.
That was a nice little switch up on the play. They had been just giving it to either Shepard or Hodges, and they threw a little wrinkle in there. And a nice play call, nice execution, and another touchdown. And we'll see how the 2-point conversion shakes out this time. They haven't converted one thus far.
Well, maybe the 3rd time's the charm. And it's picked off by the Tornadoes in the end zone.
I'm sure Coach Forbes probably not real happy with the 2-point conversion game thus far, but he's got to be happy with the 18-0 lead that his team has right now.
Well, that extends the lead to 18-0, and we're going to take a second and thank a few of the sponsors of the Arkansas Tornadoes. I wanted to throw a quick thank you for these sponsors. We have ASC Warranty, Hodgson's Logging, Homebound Home Health, Annette's Flowers, All Hands on Massage with Richard Morton, Derek McCoy, State Farm, Butler Furniture, Bob Slago's Custom Barbecue, Dairy Queen and Orange Julius in Salem, and of course the man, DJ Peace, with DJ Peace Productions, Mobile DJ Service. Anytime Fitness and Mountain Home, and the Pillsbury Child Care. So thank you for all those local businesses helping out and supporting the Arkansas Tornadoes.
You know, the Tornadoes couldn't – they just simply couldn't field a team without the support of these local businesses. So we appreciate them, and we thank you for their support on behalf of all of the Tornado players, coaches, and fans. And hey, how about some sponsors for Twin Lakes Sports Network?
Yeah, give us a call.
We cover everything.
Including the world of professional wrestling. I just had to go into my professional wrestling voice. But I'll tell you, it has been a slobber knocker of a game here tonight so far at Bomber Stadium, as the Arkansas Tornadoes looking to get on the board here with 5:52 left, and it barely makes it into the end zone.
There was some concern there for a second, but they'll set up shop at their own 20.
As right now the Tornadoes down 18-0, 5:52 left here in the second quarter here at Bomber Stadium.
And, you know, the people out there might think we're kidding, but we're not.
No, seriously, give us a call. We cover all sorts of local sports, and if you're interested in helping out the Twin Lakes Sports Network or getting involved with us, give us a holler. We'd love to visit with you about it. Just message us on Facebook. And that's the thing. I really enjoy this Facebook experience. We get to interact with the fans during the game. It's a lot of fun calling these games over here at the Twin Lakes with the Twin Lakes Sports Network here at historic Bomber Stadium. As Shaver coming to the line, he's got Potts in the backfield with him. They try a shovel pass, but there is a flag on the play.
Not sure if that was a motion or delay of game, but it's going to be one. Delay of game, it's going to set up a 1st and 15 at the Tornadoes' own 15-yard line.
Yeah, that's definitely not the direction that we want to go, but 1st and 15 is the Tornadoes, who that first quarter really were moving the ball good. The second quarter struggling a little bit here on offense and in search of a big play to get this crowd fired up. And I have to say, really good crowd support that's come out tonight to watch the local Arkansas Tornado football team.
This is the biggest crowd of the year so far, I think. Hats off to those who've come out. Of course, nice weather has a lot to do with that.
Shaver scrambling. He's got a man almost intercepted by number 30. Antoine Blount doing his Mel Blount impression there.
Yeah, Blunt almost got to that one. Yeah,
Blunt or Blount? It's probably Blunt.
It's Blunt. I asked him about it before the game. Just like, because I asked him, I said, just like the famous Steeler, Mel Blount? He said, yes, just like Mel Blount. So that's a couple that Blunt's almost got his hands on that he might want back. Or Blount, you know.
Well, the Tornadoes need to play right here, as it's second down and I have to say 2nd and 15 here. 5 minutes and 47 seconds left here in the second quarter. He's got 3 receivers to the right. He's scrambling to the right. He's looking down the field. He gets a man ball knocked loose, as that was Swarthout.
Had it for a moment, and he's down.
And this Cyclone secondary has really stepped it up, as we got a Tornado down on the field. So that's going to push us to... So we have an official timeout on the field right now. Again, thank you for joining us here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network tonight. Be sure to share this link. Like the link. If you haven't liked our page, like it, follow us. We always have a lot of different things going on with local sports. Really excited to be back here for Season 3 of the Arkansas Tornadoes.
It looked like the injury happened before the ball even got to him. He's holding his arm. We got to hope that he's okay.
I think he got the wind knocked at him. He was reaching down, but we'll give him a second, and hopefully Hopefully he's all right. And that's where you got to give these guys credit. I mean, they're laying everything on the line. They work jobs all throughout the week. Then they practice all throughout the week, and then they're here laying it all out on the line, leaving it on the football field.
Tornadoes looking at a 3rd and 15, another 3rd and long. They would like to at least get 10 or 12 on this play, or they're going to be punting again.
It looks like they are chomping at the bit. The Cyclones starting to show a blitz. Shaver's running. Throws it down the field again. Again, knocked down by
Blunt.
Beautiful play. I can't even talk. Beautiful play by Blunt. I can't even talk. Beautiful play by Blunt there, knocking it out. And this Cyclone secondary is really playing some strong defense here in this second quarter.
Yeah, they've really come to life in the second quarter. Even the last completion was almost an interception. They have been playing some inspired football. And I know that who do we have back there? Is that Shoop back there punting?
Yeah, Shoop is back. Of course, he got kind of shook up earlier, but he's back. And the special teams of the Tornadoes, not much room to go. He's trying to run. He's trying to take it to the outside, but the Cyclones force a big turnover. And, Mike, that might be, we had mentioned earlier about how close he is to the line. I mean, he just doesn't look like he has much room there. So I don't know why they're kind of running a typical shotgun formation on a punt.
No, I've noticed that. I noticed it in the last game and didn't really say anything about it because I thought that there was probably a good reason for it. But what we've seen tonight, if there's any penetration on the line, and the Cyclones have a strong line, and that push, there's just not enough room to step up and kick.
Well, now we got 5 minutes and 8 seconds here in the second quarter as momentum has shifted. Number 12, Cunningham in the backfield. He's got 2 runners in the back. He's got 3 receivers to the outside. He decides to keep it himself. Yes. Thinks about the option, fakes the option. The big man rumbling, bumbling, stumbling down to the 1 yard line.
Once Cunningham gets going, he's got a lot of momentum. It's hard to get by him. It's hard to get in front of him. Do you want to get in front of him?
Well, it looks like he got that to the 2 yard line. It's about a yard short of a first down, so we got 2nd and 1. Cunningham out of the shotgun. He's got 2 runners in the back. He's throwing it, and just a little bit behind number 24, Anthony Perryman, which will now force a big third down play right here as the Tornadoes need this stop right now, only trailing 18-0.
Initially, I thought that he got in to the 1 yard line and converted the first down, but yesterday this is a big play. You figure Hodges? No, not Hodges. Nice play as they bring down the running back. That is number 19.
Good tackle by number 2, Warsencroft, with a beautiful play there.
Was that 19 or was that 15, Malcolm Jones?
I think that was 15 trying to take it to the outside. So, yeah, I think that was Jones trying to take it to the outside.
And another tornado down on the field as we see everybody on their knees again. But a nice play as
hey, it's
about
force
a loss
fourth
of
down play.
Yeah, a loss of about 7 on the play.
I don't know why, if it's my Mountain Dew. I'm having problems talking tonight. I don't know. It's like if I say anything with an S in it, it's like I'm almost slobbering, Mike. I don't know. So I'm going to take a big chug. I don't think I have an energy. I don't have an energy drink up here, so that might be what my problem is tonight.
Well, Dave, I think you're doing a good job as always. You know, the intensity behind the voice, you know, it's always there.
Well, fourth down, they're going for the end zone. Huge play right here by the Tornadoes. They need a stop here on fourth down.
They can get a first down inside the 2. It looks like about a 4th and 6.
Cunningham, he's looking to throw. He avoids a tackler. He's got a man open. Incomplete pass and a big stop there by the Arkansas Tornadoes. Huge defensive stop there, Mike.
Oh, Dave, it was an epic stop. You know, right there, 2 yards from the end zone. First of all, just keeping the quarterback, Cunningham, from the first down, and then that big play for a 7-yard loss, and well, I guess it was 6-yard loss. And the Tornadoes, you know, they are set up, you know, close to their, you know, inside their own 10-yard line. Looks like they're at about their own 9, and still, it's better than receiving a kickoff, because receiving a kickoff is never good in the middle of a quarter.
All right, Shaver out of the shotgun. Handoff. Potts for a short gain there.
And, you know, we really haven't seen a lot of the ground game. Had those 2 nice plays early on with a 11-yard first down run and a 12-yard first down run on that 4 first down drive that the Tornadoes had earlier in the game. But nothing, not a lot of ground game since.
Shaver looking to throw. He's got pressure on him in the backfield, and he is taken down. Good tackle in the backfield. Sorry, I can't see the player's number right now. Maybe he'll turn in a second and we can get that. Looks like that's number 1. That'd be John Vaughan with the play there. Good tackle by the Cyclones, and now forces a big third down play. Is the clock running under 3 minutes? It's 2 minutes and 35 seconds here in the second quarter.
And this is where the defensive backs can just settle in, and a pass is coming, and so the defensive line can just rear back and storm the quarterback.
Shaver gets the pass to Broyles. Complete pass, picks up a few yards, but unfortunately still well short of a first down. As the clock now under 2 minutes and 10 seconds.
And that gets the ball out to the 12-yard line. And again, let's look at this. Let's look at this punt. As we see, the ball's at the 12. He's now 9 yards behind. And all that didn't quite turn over. The defender almost got there.
And it takes a good bounce for the Cyclones as they'll start at the 35-yard line. As we go to 1 minute and 30 seconds left in the first half. And real quick, want to thank our sponsors. We'll thank our sponsors for the Twin Lake Sports Network. That's Cotter Rock Cottage. Also, sponsors of the Arkansas Tornadoes, ASC Warranty, Hodgson's Lodging, Homebound Home Health, Annette's Flowers, All Hands on Massage, Derek McCoy State Farm, and Butler Furniture. So thank you to those sponsors for helping to sponsor the Arkansas Tornadoes and helping to make Season 3 a possibility. And speaking about a possibility, there's a possibility right now for the Cyclones to really get some momentum going into halftime. So the Tornadoes, they've had a big defensive stop earlier, and they're needing a stop here as we go to timeout. So, Mike, you want to go ahead and thank a few of our sponsors?
This is our first.
Where we leave off? See, I just took a drink of Mountain Dew, Dave. I think it might be the Mountain Dew.
Maybe it is the Mountain Dew, because seriously, I feel like my tongue is swelled up right now. I can't talk.
So we left off with Randy Butler at Butler Furniture, and So let's continue. We have Bob Slagle's Custom Barbecue. That makes me hungry. I could go for some ribs about now. I'm sure Bob could cook us up some. Dairy Queen, Orange Julius of Salem. They have some sweet deals at Dairy Queen. DJ Peace Productions mobile DJ service. I'm sure he's busy this time of the year with the proms, or maybe just getting over them. Anytime Fitness and Mountain Home and Pillsbury Child Care. Thank you for your dedication to the Tornadoes and making football, as you said, Dave, a possibility or really a reality.
Well,
in
this
Mountain
is
Home.
Season 3 of the Arkansas Tornadoes, and thank you again to all the fans that have come out to join us tonight. We got a pretty good crowd out here tonight, really here to cheer on the Tornadoes. It's Cunningham. He's looking deep. He throws it deep. He's got a man. Touchdown, Cyclones. Number 22, Andrew
Mahalik.
You say that so well, Mike, I had to throw it over to you. Right now with my swollen tongue, I don't think I can actually say his last name. So,
Yeah, Sullivan had the time, maneuvered to the left, and Mahalik found a crease in between a couple of defensive backs. Nice play. Nicely drawn up by the coaches of the Cyclones and nicely executed.
well, that extends the lead to 24-0 here. But the only thing that the Cyclones have struggled on tonight is the 2-point conversion. Currently, 0 for 4? So hopefully we can make them 0 for 5 right here. As Cunningham actually going under center. He's got number 7 in the backfield and number 15. They pitch it out to 15. He bobbles it. He still manages to cut back, and he takes it in.
Malcolm James.
And Malcolm James gets the first 2-point conversion of the night for the Cyclones to extend the lead to 26-0 here at Bomber Stadium.
Well, there was a minute and a half left when the Cyclones took possession of the ball, and they did not need all of it.
So 26-0, the Cyclones extend their lead, and the Tornadoes, playing with so much heart tonight, especially that first quarter, though. This second quarter, the Cyclones have really found their rhythm on offense. And the Tornadoes, I think you just want to try to get into this half without the Cyclones getting the ball back.
Yeah, after the failed attempt early in the game on their first possession at the Tornadoes 18, after the fumble to start the game, the Cyclones have had the ball, let's see here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, and they've scored on 4 of them. So anytime you score 2/3 of the time you touch the ball, you got to feel pretty good.
And DJP says he's actually doing weddings, right? He's doing a wedding right now, so it's not prom tonight. He's gone doing a wedding. And just like last time, the Tornadoes almost let it fall through. Number 7, Swarthout, trying to break it back, and he gets it back to the 15. Again, a little bit of a hesitation right there.
Yes, again, looked like almost a miscommunication or taking it for granted that the ball's going to... You never know which way this oblong object is going to bounce.
So 1 minute and 10 seconds left. As this crowd trying to get the Tornadoes pumped up. You can tell they're looking a little tired coming off the field right now. Down 26-0 here in the second quarter.
It's been a long half.
It has been.
We've had 11 penalties. We've had, I think this is our 13th possession. So 1, 2, 3, 5. Yes, 13th possession of the game. So lots of clock stoppages.
Looks like we got some Cyclone fans joining us. Davin Malone, so glad to have you joining us. As Shaver trying to make something happen. And Cyclones saying they got the ball. Let's see what the ref says. And the Cyclones recover a fumble on the play.
The last thing that the Tornadoes wanted to happen was a turnover. Wanted to run the clock down, maybe get a couple first downs, but after that, Dave.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Tornado defense now put in another really tough spot. As they have the ball on the 15-yard line, the Cyclones looking to extend the lead even further. And it's been a tale of two quarters. A first half filled with so much enthusiasm and hope. Unfortunately, this second quarter, the Cyclones have taken over.
Well, that's why they're the number one team in the league, Dave.
Davin Malone says, appreciate us showing this. We appreciate you tuning in, Davin. Share this link. Let's get some more viewers in here. As Cunningham goes up the middle, untouched. Touchdown, Cyclones. Extends the lead to 32-0.
Boo.
As our PA announcer, Dylan Conley, was booing the play, so...
There's a flag on the field, so wait a minute on the touchdown.
So it looks like our PA announcer is going back and forth with the Cyclone fans here, so it is pretty entertaining. That's why you should come out and watch the Tornadoes live. We love having you watch here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, but two, if you're looking for something to do, come on by. This is a cheap night, entertainment, a lot of fun. Right now, I got to admit, it's pretty entertaining watching Conley go against the Cyclones.
Still first down.
As the play did come back, so it's still 26-0, 49 seconds left. So the Tornadoes finally getting a break.
That was a tough break for the Cyclones, as they're called, for their 11th penalty of the game.
Cunningham trying to run. Good defensive play by the Tornadoes. A couple Tornadoes wrap him up in the backfield. Good play by the Tornado defensive line.
A loss of 2 on the play, and the clock stops with a timeout. Another Cotter Rock Cottage timeout.
Yeah, and I just want to say real quick, we appreciate the fans that are tuning in and joining us tonight here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Of course, right now we're covering the Arkansas Tornadoes, the Mountain Home Twin Lakers. In 2 weeks, we're going to be going down to Searcy to follow the Special Olympics. And then June 23rd, we got a big event coming with Mid-States Wrestling in Harrison, Arkansas with Jerry the King Lawler. So the Twin Lakes Sports Network, stay tuned, continue to follow us, share our page. So glad to have you join us here tonight. And we're getting, looks like we got a little Ric Flair going with our PA announcers, so you got to throw up the Four Horsemen sign right there. So getting a lot of looks at the fans. They're trying to figure out, a lot of the fans are turning around. They're looking at our booth. They think it's us.
It is really not us.
Conley, Mr. Mountain Twin Laker, just going woo crazy here tonight. So it's Ric Flair, so I can't say anything. I mean, Ric Flair is the man. And to be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! And right now, the Cyclones are the men as they are up 26-0. Cunningham's got a man just out of the outstretched reach of his receiver who is down. And we got a player down.
We got 2. Looks like they collided legs. It looked like there was about to be a vicious hit coming up if he caught the ball. But it looked like they sort of tangled legs as they crossed paths.
I want to throw a quick shout out to the G-Dog we got helping us out on camera tonight. Just back from college, the G-Dog, Grant Dodson, working the camera so that way Joey can chat with all the fans and keep that scoreboard going, since the fans last game kept saying, we want to know what the score is. So we made sure we got a scoreboard set up. We listened to what the fans say, and hopefully we can keep adding more stuff as the time goes by. But right now it's 3rd and long. 26-0. 42 seconds ago, the Tornadoes desperately needing a stop here. As we're 42 seconds away from halftime. At halftime, we're going to probably try to get a guest to come in from the Cyclones. We had their owner, Aaron Norfolk, join us earlier. Unfortunately, we couldn't get with him at that time because the game had already started. They got a man wide open. He catches it. No, it's incomplete.
The quarterback was hit as he threw it, and that's the only thing that stopped that ball from arriving on target. Ball just hit the ground before the receiver got a chance to haul it in, and looking about a 4th and 22 now for the Cyclones as they try and convert and keep this alive.
All right, fourth and a mile. The Cyclones are going for it, up 26-0, 35 seconds. As this crowd getting the defense chant going for the Tornadoes. Cunningham, he's going deep again. Intercepted by the Tornadoes! Beautiful defensive play. I can't see the number on that. Can you see it, Mike?
I cannot, but
looks like that's number 2. That's Zane Worsencroft with another big defensive play, and the Tornadoes get the break they so desperately needed, Mike.
He was sitting back there like a center fielder, just stepped up. Nice play. This is a time, I think, where the Tornadoes now would be best served to take a snap, take a knee, head to the locker room, and think about what's going to go on in the next half.
I totally agree. I say you take the knee, but the Tornadoes, yeah, it looks like they take the knee, and they'll go in right now down 26-0 here in the first half here at historic Bomber Stadium. But it's been an exciting game. It's been a competitive game, but the second quarter, the Cyclones really finding their rhythm on offense.
Timeout Cyclones because they absolutely needed that timeout.
The Cyclones calling a timeout.
The final charge timeout of the half.
Mike?
I don't. Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out why they called timeout.
Well, you know, a fumbled snap can happen. The exchange from center to quarterback is never a sure thing. And so just in case that happens, I'm sure that they'd like a chance to make up for that lost 15-yard touchdown play that they had earlier.
All right, and he downs it. No timeout on this one as the clock runs down. As we go to the end of the first half, 26-0, the Cyclones as we go to halftime. And we're probably going to step away just for a couple minutes, but when we come back, we're going to try to see if we can sit down with Aaron Norfolk of the Interstate Cyclones. He's the owner of the team. See if he can spend a few minutes with us.
How long for halftime?
So we will be right back here. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, the very best in local sports.
15, 20.
See, Taryn Eaton.
Taryn Eaton says the Twin Lakes Sports Network is number 1. And then, of course, beautiful Bob Eaton. We were talking a little bit about Mid-States Wrestling earlier and the big event coming in June. Beautiful Bob Eaton, he says when he's going to watch sports in the North Central Arkansas area, he watches the Twin Lakes Sports Network. So beautiful Bob Eaton, 3-time WCW champion.
Hey, and look at little Caleb Shaw.
And real quick before we go on break, we want to throw a quick shout out. You know, we got a chance to mention him twice, but I want to go ahead and throw it out again. Some sponsors here. As we're hearing Dylan Conley wooing in the background. And actually, I just lost my link on it, so we'll probably have to do those sponsors when we come back. But we're going to go to break, and we'll be sure to mention those sponsors when we get back. But we'll be here on break here at the Twin Lakes Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, turn your attention up toward the press box. We have a birthday today. Happy birthday to Maddie Bojan, her 10th birthday. Everyone, let's sing happy birthday to Miss Maddie Bojan. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
You won't be able to leave that shut.
To you.
It's glaring.
Happy birthday, dear Maddie. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
I'll just close in to get some of the noise out. I muted the mic. Okay. Well, and also it was kind of loud. I muted the mics.
Okay, so we can talk.
Yeah. So freaking annoying. Are we sure we're muted? I don't know. Let me see. Let me listen.
Hello.
Yeah, nothing's coming through. I'm live.
They're going to try to get the one guy for an interview.
Yeah, we're getting some. Picking up mics.
Is this one?
Yeah.
I have it turned on. Oh, it was supposed to be. It was turned on.
All right.
All right, we're on. All right, Dave, we're back for the second half of football. And, I just like to say, before we get started, my wife, Emily Hemi, she's listening to our game. And I would just like to say, Emily, you're the best thing that ever happened to me. I love you.
Well, I know my wife isn't watching me, but I'll go ahead and say, too, my wife is the best thing ever happened to me, and I love her as well. But she already told me she's not watching tonight. Her and Bethany, they were having movie night tonight.
All right, Joey, so for you.
Hello, Crystal. I love you.
Is she the best thing that ever happened to you, Joey?
Absolutely the best.
See, there we go. Aren't we lucky? Look at those beautiful women.
And looks like Ric Flair is still here at Bomber Stadium.
We didn't know that he was going to make a showing. Our wives are on the screen, Dave. Our beautiful wives, who we love.
All right, here we go. Starting the second half as the Cyclones are looking to receive. It looks like they are recruiting a member of the Chain Gang to get back on the Chain Gang.
This is one of the, this is one of the things that keeps semi-pro sports real, There's never a dull moment. I mean, well, actually there are, but, there's Ric Flair again. So you never know when Ric Flair's going to show up, or when all of a sudden you need Grant Dodson to help you out in the booth, or maybe Grant needs to go down there and help with the Chain Gang.
Honestly, he might get recruited if he stays down there long enough. Coach Murphy's looking for somewhere right now. He's getting very close to Grant, so he's just looking to make eye contact with Grant, who's passing out a lot of our Twin Lakers, not Twin Lakers, Twin Lakes Sports Network cards. But, of course, Dylan just mentioned a little while ago the Twin Lakers. That's another team that we cover here on the Twin Lakes Sports Network, currently in first place in the BBA. We got a chance to do their game, and we're going to be doing a few more games this year. So really excited about following the Twin Lakers. They got a young, athletic, fun group to watch. So you got to come out to the hangar. Check them out on Twin Lakers on Facebook, Mountain Home Twin Lakers, the best local sports semi-pro football or basketball team in this area.
And we got the best, number one ranked basketball team. We got a number one ranked football team. And we have the number one ranked sports show in the area as well.
Yeah, not even close on the ratings. There's other shows that try to do their, try to follow some of the stuff we've been doing for a while. Not getting near the ratings because we like to have fun. And speaking of fun, number 7 of the Cyclones is trying to take it back all the way to start the second half. Great run there. Gets down to the 30-yard line.
Number 30.
That's our famous number 7, KJ Shepard.
That's right. He had about, number 30 is Antoine Blunt. He had about 60 yards worth of fun. Number 7 is KJ Shepard.
Yeah, KJ Shepard with the big run back there.
We just don't know who Sam Shriver is yet.
Yeah, it's someone. He might not even be playing. Maybe that's why his number's not on the roster, but. Big run to start the second half. The Tornadoes picking up right where they left off to end this in the second quarter.
Cyclones setting up at the Tornadoes 30. I have some halftime statistics that I need to pass along. I'll do so after this play. Hodges takes the hit again. He's a slippery running back. He doesn't seem to go down despite his small stature with the first hit. Now let me give you some stats. In the first half, Tornadoes had 75 total yards. Cyclones had 266 total yards. In first downs, the Cyclones lead 13-5. Cyclones actually had 2 turnovers to the Tornadoes 1, and 11 penalties for the Cyclones and 1 for the Tornadoes. Second down and 6.
And the pitch outside. Number 5 cuts back. He's got a little room. He's trying to take it all the way in. Beautiful cut. Beautiful run there for a touchdown. Another Sports Center play of the day move there by number 5, Dion Hodges, looking like Neon Dion from the Atlanta Falcons back in the day.
Right, he had that sweet spin move that you called, and then one of the Tornadoes had him almost in a horse collar, and he shook out of that, and then it was just a matter of navigating his way through a couple of defenders, and bam! We have a 30. It was 32-0 score as the Cyclones set up for their 2-point opportunity. Number 14 at quarterback now. We've got a new quarterback, Dave. We've got number 14, Jeremy Coleman. He took that in for 2 points, but there's a flag on the play.
And it looks like it is going to count right now, 32-0, and we're waiting to hear from the refs. If the 2-point attempt is good, that's going to push it to 34-0 here in the third quarter here at Bomber Stadium. Looks like it was offside in the neutral zone on the defense, so the 2-point conversion is good. And the penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Well, that didn't take long, Dave. That took just a little over a minute. Set up with a nice return by Blunt, and then 30 yards of running, a dazzling 26-yard run by Dion Hodges, who's having a big night, and a 34-0 lead. And in the locker room, you know that the Tornadoes were dying to get on the board, and you know Coach Murphy wants that to happen. So we're gonna see whether they're gonna continue with the air raid as they focused on the first half, or put the ball in the hands of their running backs. And their quarterback had a couple nice plays. Just their biggest drive was started with a couple running plays, and we'll just see what happens on this. Whether they mix it up, stay in the air, go to the ground, we'll see.
Well, Neon Dion Hodges gets him on the board as the kickoff is fumbled. The Tornado player has it, returning it, gets it past the 20-yard line, up to the 23-yard line. So the Arkansas Tornado is going to try to get something going on offense here. And I want to give a real quick shout-out while we're changing possessions. I want to thank ASC Warranty. I want to thank a couple Tornado sponsors. ASC Warranty, Hodgson's Lodging, Home Health, Annette's Flowers, and All Hands on Massage, which is Richard Morton, who's actually one of the Tornado players, and Derek McCoy, State Farm. And I'll tell you, some of the Tornado players want to make sure they've seen Derek McCoy and got insurance, because they're getting hammered right now as the Cyclones are just lining up for some big hits. As the third quarter, you know, like you mentioned, Mike, it's got to be 0-0. Out of the shotgun. Scrambles to the outside. Shaver gets a little bit of room and gets a positive gain for a couple yards.
Got a couple yards, a little misdirection, you know. Some positive yards to start the drive. The Tornadoes will take that. And looking over, you look at this defensive line for the Cyclones. They have some girth on that left side.
Well, they're showing some speed, some very good closing speed, and really wrapping up on their tackles. As Shaver right now, he's got a running back in the backfield with him. Handoff up the middle. That's Potts. Good, solid run. Close to a first down. Might be just a little bit short.
Taken down hard, but a nice play. 6 yards on the play, setting up a 3rd and 2 out beyond the 30-yard line.
Now 3rd down. Shaver
Wrapped
scrambling. He's got a man open. That's number 2. That's Worcencroft with a little space. And he's going down the line for a first down for the Arkansas Tornadoes as he was tippy-toeing down the line.
There's a flag on the play about the 46-yard line, but Orsioncroft did a little tightrope walking there down the sideline.
Flag on the field.
Block in the back. There's a block in the back. They're going to get the first down. It'll be a spot penalty.
So it looks like Ric Flair is celebrating a tornado. The PA announcer announced a first down. So, yeah, it's back to a first down. Unfortunately, they are going back about 20 yards from where the play finished up. But good play there. You know, Shaver getting the ball. Worcencroft showing some athleticism going down the sideline.
Right, a nice play. About a 30-yard gain, but the penalty occurring at the 49-yard line of the Tornadoes will back them up to the 39. So it would have been about a 35-yard gain becomes a 19-yard gain. But a first down nonetheless.
Cameron Shaver out of the shotgun. He hands it off. Potts got a little space up the middle.
Flag down again.
There is a flag on the play. So it looks like this one might be coming back depending on the penalty.
And that's a big difference from the first half, Dave. We talked at the beginning when I was giving the stats that the Cyclones had 11 penalties to just 1. Okay, well, that one's going to go on the Cyclones as well. This will bring up a 1st and 5. Was going to say that if I thought that was on the Tornadoes, that they were starting off the half in much the same way the Cyclones started off the first half.
Shaver out of the shotgun. He's got 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left, 1 runner in the backfield with him. Ball's on the ground. Shaver picks it up. He's scrambling, trying to get outside. He's got a little room. Good cutback.
Ball's on the ground.
Number 13 picks it up. He's trying to take it back. Huge block by number 43.
On the play, recovered by.
And there are flags all over the field as we got a Tornado player down.
That's Oceancraft, I believe. Number 13, that's Devin Clark that came up with the loose ball. Unfortunate because Shaver showed a lot of composure. Scrambled 16 yards before fumbling the ball. Some fans are yelling some profanities out there, Dave.
Yeah, we got some very passionate fans right now as it was just a huge block, and I couldn't see the number of the player that went down.
I thought it was Oceancroft, but it is not. That is, and it's still hard to see their numbers.
Yeah, that black and red's making it tough to see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you please not use any vulgar profanity.
Grant says it's number 40, so we don't have a number 40.
This is a family-friendly environment. Please do not use vulgar profanity.
I think that's it's Smith.
Of this contest.
Robert Smith, number 48 on the play.
Robert Smith went down. 3 flags on the field. A targeting call on Antoine Blunt. We've called his name a lot tonight. This time for reasons that he would rather not have, but
big penalty on that play.
That's going to cost a few yards. It's going to cost 15 yards on the unsportsmanlike conduct targeting penalty.
And, of course, the fans getting very passionate right now. Robert Smith, defensive player, just, huge hit on him, but thank goodness, he's okay, and that's the main thing. But yeah, some very passionate fans there. Hopefully our mics didn't pick up any of that, but we had a few fans that were just very passionate about the play. And
hey, but Shaver, what a nice play, because the ball was on the ground. It's a time where an inexperienced quarterback might panic. He did not, and managed to get the ball down inside the 40-yard line of the Cyclones, unfortunately fumbling the ball in the process. Waiting on the chain gang. Yes. Looks like the ball is sitting. I can't tell if it looks like the 23, 24-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like about 23-yard line. The Cyclones now up 34-0 with 11:27 left here in the third quarter. But a little excitement here to start off the third quarter.
We're going to call it the 24-yard line.
As the Cyclones have their new quarterback on, number 14, Jeremy Coleman. He's going under center. He keeps it himself, and the Tornado defense with a good stop there.
And that's one thing we saw the first quarter especially, but even into the second quarter, that these Tornadoes on defense, they have come to play. And they have really brought swarms of Tornadoes to the ball, and we saw that again this time. The energy is there, definitely, for these Tornado defenders.
Well, in a game like this, you got to just play like it's 0-0. You want to just win this second half to build some momentum going into next week. As Neon Dion again trying to cut back. He's going back the other way. He's got a little bit of room. Spinning. Still untouched. He breaks it for a 14-yard gain. Neon Dion, and we got a flag on the field.
This is a flag-laden quarter so far.
Yeah, we got a couple players down and also flags littering the field right now.
It seems like when Hodges touches the ball, good things happen for the Cyclones.
Neon Dion, when he gets it, he can take it to the house on any play. I mean, he's put on more moves than Michael Jackson dancing tonight. And we have an unsportsmanlike penalty on the play, number 2 on Zane Warsencroft. Looks like that's going to. Looks like it's a targeting now on the Tornadoes. So
they called a targeting and an unsportsmanlike conduct. I guess they only marching off one of them, but tempers flaring, maybe dating back to the targeting call on the last series as the Cyclones take over at the Tornado 47.
He goes deep.
It's underthrown.
Short. Oh, almost intercepted by the Tornadoes.
Pass is almost intercepted.
Yeah, that ball fluttered around up there.
Brings up second down.
Coleman.
There were 2 Tornadoes waiting for it. Just couldn't bring it in, couldn't haul it in.
Ladies and gentlemen, we ask that you not participate in the use of tobacco, vape, or alcoholic products while on the premises of Bomber Stadium. That is illegal. Please do not use any vape.
All right, number 14, Coleman, coming to the line. He's got Hodges in the backfield. along with KJ Shepard. They've been his go-to players tonight here on offense for the Cyclones. Pitch outside. He's got Shepard. Shepard goes around the corner. He's got a blocker. He gets a little room. He's got one defender to beat, and he takes it down inside the 15-yard line.
Shepard found some space. He had Hodges as a blocker, and that was interesting. He almost forced Hodges to block, sort of pushed him in the back, and Hodges into a defender, opening up some space. Smart move as he gets the ball from the 47 down to the 15 for 32 yards. A nice run by Shepard.
Well, and the Cyclones showing why they are the number one team in the four-state football league right now. Of course, they got their actually, I guess this would be their third-string quarterback, Mike, number 14, Jeremy Coleman, but not missing a beat. He gets it to number 15. He's got a little space on the outside. It's starting to open up. He spins. He takes it in. Touchdown, Cyclones.
Malcolm James in for the score. A lot of room that time. A lot of green when James got the ball. And then it was just a matter of, was that corner setting up at the 2-yard line going to be enough to stop him? And no. They had too much of a head of steam. Nice little spin move inside. Touchdown. And it's 40-0 awaiting the 2-point conversion.
Well, James, with him taking it to the outside, you're lucky there wasn't a state trooper out there because you could have given him a ticket for speeding right there because he was hauling. Great run there by James. Right now, Coleman goes under center. He's got two in the backfield with him. This has been the most exciting play of the day, the 2-point conversions. Except that one's pretty simple. Straight up the middle, almost untouched.
Shepard.
9:37 remaining in the third quarter.
Shepard strolls into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. We have a 42-0 game with 9:37 remaining in the third quarter.
Well, I think an evening that started off with a lot of hope with the the Tornadoes. Unfortunately, the second and the third quarter, the Cyclones showing why they are the number one team in the league and starting to take off here on the Tornadoes. But, here's hoping we can get something. The Tornadoes, you got to use this as a development game to help, what can you learn from this game? This second half, let's see if we can get this team on the board. They got a lot of guys that are banged up right now, but, needing to get something going on offense. They showed some glimpses in the first quarter.
They showed some glimpses on the last drive, Dave, before that fumble. Had a few nice runs to, amassed, over 40 yards of offense on that last drive. But the turnover, that.
I think we just had the Arkansas Bolts join us. That was the team that the Tornadoes played the last game we broadcasted. Just want to say hi to the Bolts, a class organization. Looking forward to possibly, maybe we can call one of their games one of these days. We had a lot of fun with that group.
That was a good game. They were a class group of people. Glad to have you in on our broadcast tonight. And best of luck to you guys in your upcoming games.
And I got to say, the Bolts still, Cyclones have some pretty good uniforms tonight, but I still think the Bolts probably have the best uniforms in the four states football league right now.
Oh, definitely. They're the nicest uniforms that we've seen in our 3 years of broadcasting at Tornadoes games, without a doubt. Yeah, they have some nice uniforms, but no, they're not in the Bolts league. Those are some pretty sweet duds.
So I got to tell you, the Bolts and the Cyclones are two teams that, probably going to be meeting up in the playoffs the way it's lining up right now.
I might go there just to see the uniforms clash.
Big hit right there as we got another Tornado down.
And that was number 43, Jeremy Dawson, delivering the hit. And you could hear that one throughout the stadium.
You might have heard that one on our mics.
Looks like an illegal substitution on defense, 5-yard penalty, but another big hit. So unfortunately, a lot of Tornado players really getting banged up in this second half here.
Now, who was that went down, Dave? Again, it's so hard to see the numbers.
Yeah, we apologize, guys. That red on black is kind of hard to read, so I know we're not sharing as many names on the Tornadoes players, but
I don't mean to be making excuses either. It's just it's just difficult for us to see. It probably is for you guys at home too.
So right now the Tornadoes on offense here, 1st and 10 from the 30. I'm sorry, 1st and 5 from the 30-yard line. Shaver keeps it himself. He calls his own number, and it looks like an Arkansas Tornado first down. So Shaver, he has been carrying the load tonight for the Arkansas Tornadoes. Good run there for a first down.
What a big pickup for Coach Murphy and the Tornadoes. Spark some life into the team that they needed.
Bob Van Haren says we're blind as a ref. So, so now Shaver out of the shotgun. He's got one in the backfield with him. Another handoff. That's to Swarthout. No gain. Doesn't make it back to the line of scrimmage there.
Well, next year I would tell Bob, give us some white outlines around those black numbers. Give us a little help.
But he did just say, but you guys are right on the numbers. But hopefully the number we want to call is a touchdown. The Tornadoes here in this third quarter, the crowd just waiting for something big to happen and starting to get a little bit of movement here as now they've moved the ball up to the 35-yard line. Shaver on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. He's got a man. Oh, Broyles with the incomplete. That's going to put it to 3rd down.
And that was number 24. Yeah, Broyles didn't turn around in time. Didn't see the ball coming.
That's just one of those timing plays, and the timing was just a fraction off. But still have to say, Shaver not afraid to throw it. He is hanging in there. He has been the majority of the offense tonight.
Looking about 3rd and say long 11, short 12. Need to get some yards here, some positive yards, at least to produce a 4th and 5 or something around that. But they got some pressure.
3 men in the backfield. Shaver running for his life as he gets taken down for an incomplete pass that's going to force a 4th down. Multiple
led by Ethan
Cyclones.
Crane. Ethan Crane led the charge that time, but yeah, there were 3 and Christian Young along with him. There were 3 Cyclones bearing down on him. Had to get rid of the ball.
Shoop coming in. It looks like Shoop was going to pump, but now the quarterbacks come back in, Shaver. So they're going for it on 4th down. And don't think they had the right personnel. Looked like there was a little bit of confusion there. That forces a timeout here at Bomber Stadium.
I believe that's a Cutter Rock Cottage timeout, Dave.
Which right now it's 42-0 with 5:42 left in the third quarter.
So tell me this: if I'm listening to this game tonight and I'm thinking, you know what, I want to go and see one of these games live. Where should I stay while I'm there? Where do I go?
If you're visiting the area, you got to stop by Cotter Rock Cottage. That's in Cotter, Arkansas. Sponsor of the Twin Lakes Sports Network. Also, the very best at VRBOs. I think it's 955.
What is it?
And then Joey's saying, what's the rest? I forgot the other 3. 955-491 VRBO. Look it up that way. So, of course, Dylan just giving us another shout-out here. But we want to throw a quick shout-out to thank you to ASC Warranty, Inc., Hodgson's Lodging, Homebound Home Health, Annette's Flowers, All Hand on Massage with Richard Morton, and Derek McCoy State Farm Agency. So appreciate them sponsoring Season 3 of the Arkansas Tornadoes.
And how about the work that Joey does for us over here.
Well, we appreciate Joey, all the technical work he does. And then tonight, Grant Dodson manning the camera for us. So glad to have G-Dog, former Cotter Cobra, helping us out as we got a flag on the play.
Joey is he's really the man behind it all. I mean, he makes you guys don't see enough of Joey. Really, he ought to be on camera more. But the graphics and the camera work and all that stuff. Of course, tonight we got the G-Dog doing it. But, everything that sets us up, Dave, for you and I to be able to call the game, that's all Joey. Joey sets everything up, so props to Joey.
You're welcome, guys. I love it.
Well, big fourth down play here as the Tornadoes are going to take a shot, Mike.
Well, 42-0, you might as well. It's 4th and 16.
He's got 4 receivers. He goes to the right. Shaver running. He goes deep. Pass is picked off by number 24 who goes out of bounds.
Would have been better to knock it down, but, on the stat sheet, it looks good for the interception.
And that was number 24. Looks like that's Anthony Perryman with the interception. Little more room. He could have taken that one back to the house. There wasn't hardly anyone out there near him. So, unfortunately, momentum carried him out of bounds.
I think that's one of those situations where you look up at the clock. It's 42 to – you look at the scoreboard. It's 42-0, and it's one of those, hey, might as well. Let's see if we can make something happen.
Well, the crowd making a lot of noise here, trying to get this Tornado group fired up. And you have to say, most of the crowd has stayed tonight. Despite being down 42-0, they are cheering for their Arkansas Tornado team.
What a perfect night for football, too.
Oh, beautiful night for football. That's, come out. These games, the weather is just perfect. Come on out and watch some football. Beautiful weather. As Coleman takes it, he calls his own number. He's trying to take this all the way. Explosive speed to the outside. Several Tornadoes trying to trap him. He will not go down. Still fighting. Mark Bavaro-esque. Carrying several Tornadoes down to the 16-yard line.
Yeah, he started that run off simply by weaving through a bunch of tacklers from the left to the right. But at the end, you're right, Dave. He just Bavaro-like, Gronk-like, whatever you want to. Jerome Bettis, like the bus, just putting his head down and getting some extra yardage. Impressive 30-yard gain. For the Cyclones, they have the luxury, if one quarterback goes down, they've got not one but 2 capable backups.
Well, the Cyclones, he's got 4 receivers. He gives it to number 23. He's taking it to the outside.
That's going to be a face mask.
There's a flag on the play. As they do make the tackle, but unfortunately, there is a penalty on that play.
Austin Underwood had some space on that run. He definitely got face masked.
Holding on the offense.
I'm shocked that they did not call that. You could literally see his head turn.
So, hey, the Tornadoes will take it as the Cyclones now going the other way, looking for a stop as we're winding down. Less than a minute and 30 seconds now here left in the third quarter.
Dave, I got to tell you, I'm shocked on that one.
Yeah, I really thought that was going the other direction, but
it is what it is. It's 1st and 15.
Now the Cyclones, Coleman running out of the shotgun. He's got one runner in the backfield. They hand it off. I think looks like that's...
Oh, nice decoy.
I didn't get his number. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. That was Coleman.
That's a quarterback. Nice.
Good play by Coleman there.
Nice fake to Jones. He was coming to the right, and Coleman takes it down inside the 10 Looks like about the 8-yard line. Picks up 13 yards on the play and sets up a...
Yeah, Jeff Scott said he faked out our cameras
second
too. So beautiful play by the Cyclones, faking everyone out on that play, and Coleman keeping it, calling his number.
Little mix-up with the handoff there. And
no fake out on that play as they get number 30.
so Blunt's getting a little action in the backfield. That's the first time we've seen him get his hands on the ball as the third quarter comes to an end.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And at the end of the third quarter, it is the Arkansas Tornadoes 0 and the Interstate Cyclones 42. So the Cyclones just really starting to take over here in this third quarter. I mean, the second and third quarter has just been all Cyclones, but Tornadoes fighting hard, very hard hitting third quarter.
Yeah, and there goes Dylan Conley again. So this is one of those with the penalties. You had the 30-yard run down to the 16, and if I'm not mistaken, we're set up with a third and I believe it's a third down, third and about 4. And during the plays that preceded that, it's a 3rd and 4, but the 3rd and 4 has been set up with 21 yards of total offense. So you gain 21 yards, and you're still facing 4 yards for the first down. That's what penalties will do to you. And the Cyclone coaches, I guarantee you, when they look at the film tonight, one of the things, they're going to be looking at the positives, but one of the things that they're going to be looking at are penalties. And, they've had, the coaches I'm sure will look at, we had too many penalties. We got to cut those out. Because when they face a team like the Arkansas Bolts in a big game, penalties and turnovers, those are the differences in tight games like that.
Well, just quick shout out. We just had a real nice compliment. Jeff Scott said he does like our stream, even though our camera guy got faked out. But
I got faked out too. So, Grant, I'm with you.
Now Coleman out of the shotgun. He's got number 10 in motion. He hands it off. Number 10. He cuts inside. It
gone.
Opens up like the Red Sea, and he goes. They say he's in. Touchdown, Cyclone.
Quayshawn Borders. He exploded once he got the ball.
I'll tell you what, that looked like the Red Sea parting right there up the middle as he took it all the way to the house, and the Cyclones now extend their lead to 48-0.
And that's something, we're calling the numbers of, we're calling Cunningham, we're calling Coleman, we're calling Hodges, we're calling Shepard, but what about the job that the line has done so far tonight?
And the 2-point conversion. And there's a almost Australian rules football. Oh, the ball comes out. And they're getting testy. Flags all over the field as it's getting a little out of control here now at Bomber Stadium.
That's Shoop. The May.
And tension is rising. They're splitting up the teams there as
Shoop was the one who threw the ball at the Cyclone before a penalty before that.
I think we might be getting an ejection on this one.
It's a possibility.
And our PA guys
he's having fun with noises.
Antagonize it.
It's like a radio show over there. Like a morning radio show. Dylan Connolly. Drive in the morning.
Well, speaking of shows, if you like, we've talked about the Nature Boy Ric Flair. If you like professional wrestling, be sure to check out the Loose Cannon podcast. You can find it on the Twin Lakes Sports Network.
I don't believe that Shepherd made it in on the conversion, but right now at 48-0, that seems to be the least of the concerns for the Tornadoes. You simply cannot lose your head like that on the field.
Right.
You gotta keep your composure.
Well, I mean, looking at the field right now, there's flags everywhere. There's some equipment down there. There's a hat. A little bit of excitement here to start off the fourth quarter. Looks like number 4, Shoop's ejected for the Tornadoes, and I believe number 7 was the number that we got on the Cyclones, so that would be Shepherd.
A few fouls on that play. Unsportsmanlike conduct against the Tornadoes. Number 4, Stephen Shoop. He has been ejected from the ball game. And a penalty against number 6 of the Cyclones. Unsportsmanlike conduct and unnecessary roughness. He has also been ejected from the ball game.
So multiple ejections as it's gotten a little testy as now the refs are...
Once again, number 6 of the Cyclones has been ejected from the game.
And, we had that tip from a listener that number 7 was KJ Shepherd. On our list, on our roster, it had number 6 as KJ Shepherd. So if number 7 is KJ Shepherd, I'm not quite sure who number 6 is, unless it could be the unknown player. Could it be Sam Shriver? We still don't know his number.
All we know is there's a Cyclone player that's gotten ejected. So unfortunately, this fourth quarter, what's been a at time very testy second and third quarter is now spilled over into the fourth quarter as well.
And neither coach can be, we're talking about how, right before that play, about how the Cyclone coach is definitely going to talk about penalties. And both coaches are going to be looking at that play, and they're going to say, guys, this cannot happen. This cannot be who people see us as. They can't look at us and see that, these guys blow their top. These guys lose their cool. You got to show poise. You got to show composure. Just in life, in general.
Timeout, Cyclones.
And Cyclones have called a timeout, and I think the Tornadoes, there's 12:31 left in the game. The Tornadoes, I think we got to work on offense. We got to see if we can get a drive. We want to try to get in the end zone before the game's over. See if we can build on something that can take us into the games in the next few weeks. So we'll give them a few minutes to kind of work it out, as right now they have a timeout on the field here at Bomber Stadium, 48-0, 12:31 left in the fourth quarter. So
got a couple updated stats for you, Dave, if you want them.
Okay, shoot, yeah.
As far as the total yards go, the Cyclones have eclipsed the 400-yard mark now. They're at 407. The Tornadoes have 124 yards of total offense. The Tornadoes have now 7. No, I take that back. They have 8 first downs. And the Cyclones, on the other side of the ball, they have 20 first downs. That's about as far as I'll go. Turnover battle still. Tornadoes have been called for at this point, I believe 4. Well, there were so many lately. I think they've been called with 6 now, and the Cyclones have been called with 14.
On the Tornadoes on this drive, you just want to come away with something positive, and
it's 0-0 like we used to tell our team. It's every when you're down 48-0, and after something like that happens, you just got to tell your team 0-0. Let's win this last 12 minutes and 31 seconds.
And I think that's what Coach Murphy's trying to get them to focus back on that. The kick is a little bit short. It's taken at the 20. Trying to go across the field. tackled by a sea of Cyclones. And that was number 7, Swarthout, taking it to about the 23-yard line as the Tornadoes, led by Cameron Shriver, leading them back on the field. And Shriver, he has been the Tornado offense tonight. I mean, he's made some good throws. He's had some good runs. Just needing a little bit of help on offense. So let's see if he can get something to get him going for the, at least build a little momentum going into the future weeks. So.
And really, the Tornadoes, they have 49 yards of total offense, 40 this half, and 44 came on that one play.
So it looks like Dre Swarthout is actually
walking
left
off
the field. He's walking off the field. I don't know. Him and Coach Murphy were having a conversation. A lot of emotions running high right now.
We've got a timeout on the field. And Coach Murphy, right now, I believe, has reached his biggest test so far as a Tornado coach. We haven't been at a game where this type of the emotions have gotten this much out of control, and so as a coach, he's got to calm them down and get them back on the right track, and make something out of these last minutes of these games, get something going in the positive direction.
Yeah,
right, because right now it's heading the wrong way.
I think that's the thing. They just have to build up some positive momentum here as looks like Coach Rice over visiting with some fans now. So just a lot of emotion here at Bomber Stadium tonight. As it's first down and 10 at the 23. So let's see if Shriver can get something positive going here. Working out of the shotgun. He's got Potts in the backfield with him. Handoff to Potts. Huge hit.
Big hit by number 7.
That's KJ Shepard.
That's KJ Shepard. We got him at 6 and 7 on here, but we got a reliable source from the Cyclone community. The number 7 is KJ Shepard, and what a hit! But
that was a big hit. It was a clean hit. It was a good play by the Cyclones.
So number 6 has to be somebody else besides him, even though he's on our roster. So if somebody wants to chime in from Springfield and tell us who number 6 was, feel free to do so. But bottom line, nice play by Shepard.
Yeah, huge hit right there. As the Tornadoes coming back to the line and just really needing something positive to happen. It's a very tense mood right now here at Bomber Stadium. Shriver, he's scrambling. He's looking for a man. He keeps it himself. And he scrambles for a positive gain. Looks like we got Robert Lemons just joined us. Thank you for joining us tonight, Robert. So right now, very minimal game on. Actually, just back to the line of scrimmage.
Yes, we're looking at a 3rd and 10. And again, there's been a few plays tonight where they hadn't converted on 3rd and 10, but they've gotten enough yards to give themselves a chance. So 5, 6, 7 yards is at least what the Tornadoes are looking for here. Tornadoes
just looking for a play to happen. Shriver has been the Arkansas Tornado offense tonight. Good coverage by the secondary, just not giving him an opportunity to throw it to anybody. He's got a man there.
That time.
Worsendorf, completed pass. First down, Arkansas Tornadoes up to the 49-yard line.
25-yard reception by Worsendorf, and that's your Salem connection right there.
Good pass over the top of the defender and way to tiptoe down the line.
Worsendorf is pretty adept with his tightrope walking.
As we got a Tornado player, I'm not sure who that is, but on the field arguing with the coaches. And
he doesn't have his uniform on.
Christian Welch
Yeah. Well, hi, Christian Welch. So,
Oh, hit in the back. Oceancroft takes it.
so
Pass got away.
we got a player that's a little too hot-headed down here, and I'm not sure what number that is, but
Well,
we need to really keep it classy, guys.
He's wearing all black. He looks like he got rid of his tornado uniform, but whatever. You're right, Dave. Whatever it is, again, it gets back to poise and composure.
Yeah,
you got
we
to
just-
show it.
Yeah, we got to keep our poise and composure. I mean, I understand the frustration. You know, you're down 48-0, but you know, you got to keep your poise and composure. You don't need to come back on the field arguing with the ref when you've already been. I believe that was Shoop that's been ejected.
Now, you don't want to embarrass yourself.
Right. So Tornado's trying to finish. You know, good play. 2 plays ago, Shriver looking for a man. It's knocked up. Oh, number 24. He was already taking that to the house.
And Joey makes a good point. You don't. When I said you don't want to embarrass yourself, and then Joey said or the team,
Right.
right? Because it's bigger than This game is bigger than any one individual, whether it's baseball, basketball, football. You know.
Well, I mean, you appreciate the passion. These guys are leaving it out on the line. Yeah, there's unfortunately just some tempers that are riding high tonight, unfortunately.
This has been the most emotional game that we've done so far.
In 3 years. I
Yeah.
don't think we've had a game with this much passion, you could say. As Shriver now 3rd down from the 49-yard line. He's scrambling. He's looking to pass it. He cuts back. Good
He's got
play
some
by Shriver.
room.
He's got a little bit of room. Great cutback by Shriver. Close to a 1st down.
And number 4, Jared Richardson Bird laid a pretty good hit on him at the 41, right at the 1st down marker.
And it's going to be very close. But Shriver, you talk about passion. Shriver leaving it all out on the field. Beautiful play by Shriver.
Yeah, they're going to have to bring out the sticks for this one. What a play. What a...
Officials timeout.
He sprinted out to the left, and by doing so, he split the defenders and opened up a nice little hole. Of course, the linebackers and the defensive backs of the Cyclones have proven to be a quick squad all night, and they closed in pretty quick, but he fought through for those last 2 or 3 yards, and I think he got the 1st
I
down.
think, ladies and gentlemen, who's in the 1st down?
Well, Dylan Conley is trying to take a fan vote right now, and it's close.
Inches, I was wrong.
Just short on the play, but, I mean, Shriver just leaving it all out on the field and bringing a bright spot to what's been a very interesting 4th quarter.
That was a nice 9-yard, 2-foot, 6-inch gain. You got about 6 inches to go right here. This is where you line up under the center and just plow forward. But yes, he has brought a lot to this game.
Well, right now, 4th down and maybe an inch, and he's running out of the shotgun. Trying to run
Whoa.
outside, nowhere to go. He's looking for a man. Offensive lineman, smart move by the offensive lineman, pulling his hand back.
And we have a
Since he wasn't
Cyclone
declared.
down.
And I didn't see. I was watching the pass on the play. I didn't see what happened on that to the Cyclone player.
He looks to be all right. That would be number 58, Christian Young. I think he just came down wrong on his foot. And that's why Shriver came up clapping.
That's another Arkansas tornado.
Shriver came up clapping after the play, and that was the reason he knew that he had been hit after the play.
Well, good drive here in the 4th quarter. The Tornadoes showing some signs of life, getting another 1st down.
And that's going to move them inside the 30-yard line, Dave.
And, seeing if we can finish what's been a tense fourth quarter, at least finish it on a positive note. And I got to say, Shriver, he has played his heart out tonight, and he would be my Tornado player of the game tonight. He has just laid it all out on the field.
No doubt. We really need to get an interview with him after the game.
Yeah. So Shriver gets the handoff. I believe that's Potts, who 21 takes down.
And if we don't get an interview with him after this game, we need to talk to this guy.
Yeah.
To find out a little history about Shriver.
Well, Potts on that run, good run right there as he gets taken down by the jersey. But, I mean, the main thing is positive run.
Right, 4 yards. 4 yards is going to bring up a 2nd and 6.
Now, number 21, Shriver, he hands it off to Potts again.
Nothing there that time.
But the Tornado's working on their run game here in this fourth quarter. Right now it's under 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go. Ball's on the 17-yard line. It's 3rd down. Ball is on the 23-yard line, so about a 3rd and 6. And to me, this is 2-down territory. You got to take a shot and see if you can get it in the end zone here.
Yeah, I think every 3rd down is 2-down territory for the last, we're at just under 4 minutes.
Shriver, he's scrambling. He's got a man running after him. He gets around the corner, cuts back, stiff arm, staying alive. And that was the most exciting 1 yard loss. But Shriver just all over the place, doing everything he can to get a first down.
He ran about 30 yards to lose that 1 yard. And it's going to bring up another 4th down.
Shriver just leaving it all on the field here tonight. Here at Bomber Stadium. And, of course, beautiful facilities we got here. This Hayden Pageant press box up here. Beautiful facilities. Want to throw a quick shout-out to Chris Knight, too, for helping to hook us up with the Wi-Fi for us to be able to Facebook Live stream this game. So
ZK.
And 4th down. Tornadoes got a man open.
That's a touchdown.
That's a touchdown, Tornadoes! Beautiful pass by Shriver, and the Tornadoes score. And that's showing heart, that's showing poise, and a beautiful play there. Shriver 2. Can you see who that number is, Mike?
I could not see it. I couldn't see who caught the ball, but he was wide open, and he was the catching end of a 24-yard touchdown pass.
So
our spotter, G-Dog. Oh, it's a Salem connection. Oceancroft.
So that's been the primary target tonight as the Tornadoes get on the board now. Beautiful play by Shriver. Going for the 2-point conversion here. He's scrambling. He's got a man in the corner. 2 men.
Out of bounds.
And they're saying just out of bounds, but the Tornadoes finishing out solid. They're on the board.
And they still haven't converted a 2-point conversion, but that's 3 games in a row where they've broken the opponent's goal line. So, just got to keep on building on that. But, for the Twin Lakers last year, we had K3. And I think we're starting to see the emergence of a new connection here with the Tornadoes, the Salem connection. They're bringing a lot to the Tornado offense.
Well, Shriver to Worshincroft has just been the connection for the Tornadoes, and that's the way you want to finish the game. You want to finish it on something positive. I'm doing my best Errol Cheek right now trying to get everyone pumped up, but, finishing strong like that, that's going to be something that can lead into the rest of the season. And, bringing on a new player who's already contributing like that is a great thing for the Arkansas Tornadoes. Is now 39 seconds left here in the fourth quarter.
That really helps take the ugliness of the last, several minutes and helps put that aside for a moment and gives them something positive to look at as this game winds down.
And again, Mike, I think a lot of, it's just there's a lot of passion. There was a couple plays that, it's just that's part of football. Unfortunately, we haven't had to do a whole lot with that. But, I think, it can get chipper sometimes when you play. And it did get a little chipper here. But it's great to see the game end on a good note for the Arkansas Tornadoes. Something to build the rest of the season on. As a kickoff, number 5 takes it. That's Neon Dion.
I wondered for a second if they would onside kick it.
And Broyles with the good stop there as Dion takes it to the 49-yard line. I just like calling him Dion. I'm not even going to call him Dion Hodges. He's Neon Dion. Prime time.
It's prime time.
It looks like that will probably be the last play of the game as the clock now ticking under 10 seconds.
Well, I'd like to know if he plays some baseball on the side.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. But still was a fun evening of football, exciting evening. The Tornadoes, getting a little bit of offense tonight with their new quarterback, Shriver. And, you got to applaud the guys for leaving it all out on the field. They played hard tonight. And this is what it's all about right here. And I know we've mentioned this a lot. Seeing those guys, they're all high-fiving each other, saying good game at the end, showing good sportsmanship. It got a little chipper. Unfortunately, that happens sometimes in competitive sports. But, and one more woo from the Nature Boy Ric Flair filling up Bomber Stadium here tonight. So it's been a fun evening of football, Mike, and I think there's some hope for the Tornadoes. Some good positive things that can come from this game. And I think especially the Salem connection right there, I think is going to be something to kind of build on the rest of the season. But
I think that's something we can keep our eyes on, look forward to. Now that we know it exists, it's going to be something fun to watch for the rest of the season, right? And just some final statistics. I'll just give you the two main statistics outside of the 42-6 score. Total yards, the Tornadoes had 110 total yards in the second half for 185 total yards for the game, while the Cyclones had 407. The Cyclones had 20 first downs, and the Tornadoes had 10, 5 in each half. But yeah, Dave, when we look at the game, right now we're looking out there and the players are together, and the coaches are talking words of encouragement and teamwork and trying to put all that ugliness of the fourth quarter, that period in the fourth quarter behind them. But it's like you said, that stuff is going to happen sometimes, but it doesn't have to happen, and it shouldn't happen. And sometimes you have to realize, as Joey mentioned, a little bit ago, that nobody's bigger than the team, and that you got to put the team before yourself before you start acting out. Because not only are these teams representing themselves or the helmets and the coaches, they're representing Springfield and they're representing Mountain Home. And so that stuff is important. But it is nice to see that the game ended on a bright note for the Tornadoes. It's important to get that score in, and it was done, in a nice, in a fun manner. And I said 42-6 earlier. The game actually ended 48-6. But for the Tornadoes, they need to try and remember the the last 6.
Well, of course, big props to both teams coming down here. Big props to the Cyclones for their victory as they continue to probably be the number 1 team in the 4-state football league, even though we think there's a couple teams that are going to give them a run for their money. Of course, the Tornadoes really in a rebuilding year, just hoping to get some positive things from this game. I think they picked up one. They got a quarterback that can throw the ball and make plays happen. He needs a couple weapons on offense. But overall, still had a fun time out here. Beautiful night for football. Beautiful stadium. The Mountain Home Bombers Stadium, definitely the best football stadium in North Central Arkansas. But we had a lot of fun and a lot of things going on with the Twin Lakes Sports Network. As we mentioned, the Mountain Home Twin Lakers, we're going to be covering more things with the Mountain Home Twin Lakers in the next few weeks as they are going to All-Star break, but we're going to be following them to the playoffs. Also, going to be following, the Special Olympics in a couple weeks. We're getting ready to do a lot with the Special Olympics down in Searcy. So really excited to follow them. And, of course, in June, we're going to have Mid-States Wrestling and a lot of other events. So be sure to stay tuned. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. Hope you guys all have a great evening, and thank you for joining us. Anything you want to throw as we're leaving the air, Mike?
I think, Dave, you said it all. I just want to say, fun night. Another fun night at historic Bomber Stadium. Like you said, just look at the field. It is the nicest field in this part of the state. But, I think I've said everything I needed to say. I think, I just wish the fans well. Thanks for tuning in to the very best in sports coverage in North Central Arkansas. As Dylan Conley said, the ESPN of North Central Arkansas, the Twin Lakes Sports Network.
All right, for all those, I'm going to finish with one thing, going back to podcast days. Remember, go out and do something nice for someone because you never know. Your tomorrows are never guaranteed. Have a great week here from the Twin Lakes Sports Network, and go Arkansas Tornadoes. And shout out to our wives. They're awesome.